Hey, what's up, everybody? We're live. Cathrine and Phil Nguyen will be joining us in just a moment to play some Legacy. First round, we have Dredge versus Lands. What's up, everybody? Hit me up in chat. Checking with our group chat right now. Make sure I'm set. Okay, we are. I'm going to give a quick hello to Cathrine and Phil.
Yeah, she plays like Dredge in like any format she can, so it's pretty cool.
What's up, Cathrine and Phil? We are live.
Great.
Hey, Chris.
How's it going? So both of you have Dredge cards in your deck, but you're playing two very different decks. So this is going to be interesting. I hope you both bought Graveyard Hate.
Yeah, we're both main decking Rest in Peace, and we're just going to see who decks each other out first.
Yeah. All right, who's on the play?
I am.
And any mulligans?
No.
All right, you can start.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll draw for the turn.
Sure.
Wait, what just happened? Oh, you just passed?
That's how Manaless Dredge works. He knew better. He picked the draw.
All right, I'll start with the Mox Diamond, and I'll pitch Wasteland. And then I'll cast or play. I'll play a Savannah, and then let's pass with 5 cards.
Okay.
What's up, Evan? What's up, Larank? Dredge versus Land, interesting. We'd love to see Renin 6 in lands. Why did you ban him? I didn't ban anybody. What's up, Daniel Kill? And Monka is here. Everybody say hello to Monka. Make sure you say hello to Monka. Very important. All right, so a Golgari Drave Troll is in the yard now. Discarded to hand size.
Your end step. I'm going to cast Inline Tutor.
Go for it.
What's up, Daniel? Gothmog is here. What's up, Gothmog? Monka says hello back. Very good.
Man.
Very rarely in enchantment mode, I guess.
Clothis tutored up here.
Okay, I'll go to my turn.
Yeah.
I'll draw. And then let's play Thespian Stage. We'll play her out. And then...
All right, so Clothis is here. There's a Wasteland in the yard for Phil Nguyen. Golgari Grave Troll, very important card in Catherine's list, is in her yard. Daniel says he took the dive and picked up duels. Awesome. Didn't know Time Walk was legal in this format. I didn't know either. A set of Tundras, Seas, and 3 Volks. Damn. Damn, Daniel. That just popped in my head. I'm sorry.
Oh, that seems pretty nice.
And, okay. Moving on.
Daniel
to my
got his stimulus check, I guess.
Untap, upkeep, Icarid trigger. I'm going to exile Street Wraith.
Okay.
Icarid. And another shadow trigger. And, oh, I think I did those triggers wrong. No, there weren't 3 in front, so it's fine. That's not going to come off. And draw step, I'm going to Dredge Shambling Shell.
Yep.
Creeping Chill. You take 3, I gain 3. I'll go up to 21. You're at 17. And combat.
Yep.
Swing in for 4.
Yep. Go to 13.
And end step, trigger, bridge from below.
Yep.
And trigger Prize to Malcolm. And now I need to double check when this happens.
Okay.
Oh, no, never mind. This isn't. This is end step and then prized amalgam.
I think it's when something comes in, right? When it's from the graveyard.
Yeah, it's just it.
Gothmog looking to see if anybody's selling foreign black border trops. Do you have any specific language you're looking for? I think I know people that might be able to help. Daniel sold 2 modern decks to pick up dual lands. I dig it. Damn, Daniel back at it again with a set of C's. Is Klothys as powerful as people thought? I think Klothys is very powerful, yes. Klothys is awesome. I don't know if people are playing Klothys in other formats, though, honestly. Does anybody know? Are they playing it in Pioneer or Modern? Does it make the cut? I have no idea.
I'll draw for turn.
Mhm.
Playing Pioneer and Modern. Okay. Standard.
Let's
Okay.
see.
Good to know.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go to my pre-combat main phase and activate or trigger Klothys.
Yeah. Mhm.
And let's remove so
Let me
many
know
things.
if you need.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll remove the Dread Return.
I got that triggers on the stack.
Yeah, there are
That's
responses here?
fine.
Okay, so
And
you'll
then
take 2.
I take 2, so I'm at 19, and you gain 2. You're at 19.
15.
15 because I definitely attacked you.
Yeah, if only 19. Okay, I'll play a Dark Depths. And then
Depths already.
I'll just pass 3 cards in hand.
So it looks like a Merit
Okay.
Liege could
At the end of
spawn
your
here.
second main, before you go to end step,
Mhm.
I'm going to cycle a Street Wraith as a replacement effect. I'm going to dredge 6. Okay. Just going to put those in any order. And I'm going to move to my turn. Untap, upkeep, Nether Shadow trigger, Icarid trigger. That's it. So I'm gonna, well, it doesn't matter. There's plenty on top of it. And then for Icarid, I will exile Street Wraith. Doop-a-doo. And then we got Bridge from Below triggers. And a delayed Prized Amalgam trigger.
All right, so Prize Amalgam coming out right now. Yes, I have deck lists. I will share them in chat right now. So here is Phil's lands. And here is Catherine's Dredge. Oh no, I didn't capitalize the word lands. Forgive me. There we go. So those are the deck lists. Some spice. All right, another Dredge happening.
Keep saying. Let's
Hogak's in the
do
yard.
combat.
Okay.
Swinging in for 2, 3, 6, 7.
In response, I'm gonna activate stage, copying depths.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll sack this one. And I'll sack the one with no counters.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll block the narco. Wait, hold on. Sorry. It's
That's fine.
how much damage? It's a 1/1, a 3/1, a 1/1, and a 2/2.
Yeah, we're looking at a total of 6.
Okay.
And then Narcomoeba is the only flyer.
Yeah, I'll block the Narcomoeba.
Okay. And trigger.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get 2 Duders off of that because there's 2 Bridge from Belows.
So how does Cathrine stop Marit Lage is what I'm wondering now. Looks like Marit Lage just swings for lethal here. I'm not sure. Is there a way for Cathrine to stop Marit Lage?
It's not that I'm dead to rights to that card, but I'm dead in this situation.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty close. I mean, you got me down pretty low.
Yeah, and then I give the prize to Malcolm, but no. I can't beat a 2020 flying into See? And then my hand is like here, and she just forgot to grab her hand.
I see. Yeah, I can see why that would be an easy mistake to make. That always happens to me, but with like wish boards, like I'll like bring in stuff and then forget to take it out.
Okay. All right. While they sideboard, I'm gonna go over what is in the sideboards. Phil, we're gonna take a look at his sideboard now. They're obfuscated sideboards, but does he have any wish effects in his deck? Just re-familiarizing myself with this list. He does not. So he has chokes, deafening silences, elvish reclaimers. These cards are all not relevant. Force of vigor, not relevant. Interesting card, Sacred Ground. Whenever an effect controlled by an opponent puts a land into your graveyard from play, put that land into play. Weird enchantment. Oblivion Ring, maybe. Solitary Confinement. Seems like an option. Porphyry Nodes, maybe. Now for Catherine's list. Oh yeah, Reclaimer is pretty good. You're right. Reclaimer is pretty good. Can fetch Bajuka Bog. Alright, now for Catherine's list, she has Mindbreak Trap. Not relevant. Fairy Macabre. Does she want that here? And Force of Vigor. Force of Vigor seems good. Although, not a lot of green cards to pitch. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 main deck green cards. I guess it's worth it to have Force of Vigor in this sideboard. I'm just looking at it from a deck building standpoint rather than sideboarding. I haven't played Manaless Dredge before, so I'm not going to say I agree or disagree with any decision. I'm just commenting on what I'm looking at. Contagion is not relevant. Yeah, I think there was some error with Phil's sideboard. It's not obfuscated for some reason, unfortunately. Cardboard Live was a little buggy today. I couldn't even access his deck earlier. I'm going to try and fix that right now, actually, while I have it open. Let's see if I can. All right, event is in progress. Phil Nguyen. An event is obfuscated sideboard. Yeah. Sorry, Phil. Not sure why that's doing that. Anyway. That's so weird. How does everyone feel about games 2 and 3? How will those play out? Is Jesse going to be on Sharks still? We shall see. There may be some Sharks tonight. Manaless Dredge struggles to play forces due to blue card requirements, I thought. Oh, Force of Will? Yeah. That makes sense. Is it worth it? Oh, it is worth it to have because you're stone dead to leyline. This is true. Yeah. I guess if you're stone dead to leyline, you have to just get your green card and your Force of Vigor and handle it. You can't say you've ever watched a live stream on YouTube. It is open deck list. Wow, chat just went crazy on the screen. Everything's buggy today. Well, all your messages have now appeared on screen. Definitely helps out, yeah. What does
All right.
what do all of you think
Let's
of?
try again.
Well, let me meet the players. What do all of you think of YouTube Live, YouTube Gaming? And if you have not watched our show before, how did you find it? I'm curious. I'm actually really wondering. I know most of the people I see here are people familiar with 90s MTG, but it's how I found you. Interesting. But how?
Good, but I think it could be really tempting to bring in a lot of sideboard cards against a
Yeah.
deck doing something so wonky like Manaless Dredge.
I can see that.
And then your main plan is so diluted because like I can stumble hard.
Mm-hmm.
If I get a bad first dredge, it's just like a waiting game.
Yeah, the chat went crazy for a second. I don't know what that was about. Some kind of a bug. I don't know. You watch us on Twitch. Different name here. Awesome. Jason says he's been seeing the posts on Reddit. Awesome. That's cool. So tonight, did your YouTube let you know that we were going live? I wonder. Or were you subbed to the channel? I'm just curious. This is only our second YouTube gaming stream. We did our first YouTube live stream in the end of June, early July. One of those. Reddit brought you here today? That's interesting. Field of the Dead to start for Phil, and a discarded Golgari Grave Troll to start for Cathrine. So a good start for Cathrine.
So yeah,
Taiga.
Taiga, and then we'll pass with 4.
Draw step.
Mm-hmm.
Golgari Grave Troll. Dredge 6. Oof. Okay. I mean, it's fine. It could be fine. Go ahead. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll draw.
and I discard.
Okay.
All right, thanks everybody. I'm just wondering how everybody ended up here. Since we don't normally do YouTube streams, just trying to figure out how we can get people to know about our stream, basically. Exploration for Phil. Was that a good dredge? It looked like it. There's a Prized Amalgam, Ballastred Spy, Golgari Thug, 2 Stinkweed Imps, I believe. I'm having trouble seeing that 4th card. Yeah, a Bog would be great right here. How is chat feeling about this matchup in general, lands versus dredge? Do you feel like either deck is favored? So does Balustrade from Dread Return one-shot lands? If he doesn't bog it away? I'm not sure what you mean. Force of Vigor. Sorry, I just didn't follow what you were talking about. I'd bet on the Pajuka Bog deck. Thank you, Jason.
Stage to copy the Taiga.
Okay.
And then, yeah, go ahead.
I am going to dirtle on this a little bit.
All right, so he copied Taiga with his Thespian stage.
I don't think it matters too much. So I don't need to dirtle that bad. Golgari Grave Troll. Go ahead.
Okay. We'll draw. Okay. Let's do a Tabernacle.
Mm-hmm.
And you play the top decked Dark Depths. And then, let's see.
Is there anyone here who does not watch Twitch besides Daniel? And have you found streamers unique to YouTube that you like? Of any game, not just Magic. Dread Return on Lot This Troll as a kill after Balustrade Spy comes in. Oh, yeah. Okay. So your entire graveyard is creatures, you mean? Yeah. If there's a crop run in hand, that's game. Yeah.
And that'll be my hand. Discard 3 Shambling Shell, Narcomoeba, Ichrid.
Okay.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. We got an Ichrid trigger. And an Ichrid trigger.
Marit Lage looms. How does Dredge deal with this situation? And do they have any way of dealing with it? There's a Tabernacle in play too, which seems amazing. Seemed like Phil's draw here was great. After he dropped the Exploration on turn 2, I think it was, he just slammed the best lands in his deck, other than Bog, in a row. Narcomoeba can block, or Dredge can kill. Yeah, that's true. Drawing Narcos feels bad. This is true. So you're thinking she still has a shot here? Let's see how this goes.
Not very many Narcomoebas this time around.
No, I'm just not getting off the ground, you know?
The first game you had me down to like 13. Like Creeping Chill is pretty insane.
Creeping Chill is great, yeah. Not many lists played anymore. Well, that looks like it's not going to get there, but, you know, end step.
Well, you can go to attack. You can go to attack. Or, well, I guess.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess that doesn't really make a difference.
I mean, I can flashback Cabal Therapy, but I don't even have a whatchamacallit.
Cathrine just trying to figure out if there's any possible way to get around this, and I think they're both agreeing that there's just nothing even worth doing. So they were just going through the motions for a moment there to see what. Yeah, so he's gonna make a Marit Lage and block. And Marit Lage swings next turn, and that's it. Yeah, it looked like a whiff, though. That Dredge was pretty awful. Have there been any... Like, what's the most recent card added to Dredge? Is this still Prized Amalgam in Legacy? Oh, I guess it's Hogak, right? Hogak. Has there been anything since? No, right? All right, they're signaling that this one's over.
Your work is pretty cool.
Thanks. All right, so out of an overabundance of caution, I did bring in the Force of Vigors, as you saw.
Yeah, I think they're not bad because there are a lot of enchantments. Oh, yeah,
we were talking about Force of Vigor. So is that like your emergency card for?
Yeah, as I just said, it's the out of an overabundance of caution. That is what I brought in, and
Gotcha.
I took out Creeping Chill. That's kind of like, that's just the thing I always take out.
Okay.
It's the 4 slots.
I kind of like keeping in Creeping Chill because if you get above 20, you know, it's pretty significant.
It is.
True,
it is
yeah.
really good. I guess I just really struggle to know what else to take. Maybe Cabal Therapy against lands makes more sense to take out. It's just such a good thing to get Bridge from Below off the ground.
I like therapy because you always want to try to grab the crop rotation. But if you have
Right.
chancellors, I would just take that because like
Yeah.
lands doesn't really care about casting
That's
that many
true.
spells.
I was
guess-
thinking that
I
might
gue-
be better against like slowing you down just enough.
Hmm.
Chancellor would like to delay your turn 1 exploration was the reason I kept it in, but I totally see that probably is a better call. I just have 3.
Yeah, I think Chancellor could get cut, just because, like,
Yeah.
and I haven't played Dredge at all, but he doesn't have any counter magic or ways to stop anything you're doing, like
Mhm.
instant speed, really,
Which is
other
more the
than crop
purpose
rotation.
of
So
Chancellor.
yeah, I don't know if you need that. That's like so you can like go nuts on turn 1, maybe. I might be wrong though. I'm curious what chat thinks. Chat did think though that this matchup heavily favored lands because of Bajuka
Yeah.
Bog. And you didn't
Yes.
even get Bajuka Bog. And that game two, you hit second turn exploration, and then Tabernacle, Stage, Dark Depths were your land drops, and that's just too good, Phil.
Yeah,
I
I
know,
actually
I saw it happen.
I had a Clothes in my hand as well, and honestly, I had higher hopes for her, but she was like actually really slow. Like in game 1, like she was dredging like crazy, like removing 1 card, like barely does anything.
Right,
Mhm.
right. Yeah.
And then you can see I'm not running Flare of the Hatebound. That's kind of the old win con. I'm not doing that one anymore. I'm doing the Lotless Giant.
So Lotless Giant with the Spy, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah, so Balustrade Spy and Dread Return.
Gotcha.
That is the, if I could ever find one, that is the combo kill. You don't always need it though.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we were talking that's unfortunate that I don't have Glacial Chasm in this lands list because it's really good against this matchup.
Wait a minute, you don't have Glacial Chasm in your deck?
No,
Why?
unfortunately not. It's actually become
That
like
Hall
kind of out of favor.
Heliod's generosity.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I took it out and put in ineffective white enchantments instead. So
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you know better. We still haven't seen your Ikoria uncommon yet, so we have more to
that's a good
explore with
one.
this deck.
I like that one.
Yeah. So Daniel in chat talked about Spy and Thassa's Oracle, and that is 100% a way that some decks are going right now.
In Dredge?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
okay.
I don't own any Thassa's Oracle and COVID, you know.
Yeah.
But basically, it's the same sequence, right? We're going Dread Return, Balustrade Spy, and then you Dread Return again. You get the Thassa's Oracle on the battlefield, and then Thassa's Oracle.
Right.
There is, if you're interested in Manaless Dredge, there is a Facebook group dedicated to Manaless Dredge, and it's pretty active.
Really?
It's called like
Interesting.
Manaless Dredge Legacy's Boogeyman.
Okay.
And in general, that group thinks that the Lotless Giant is a little more reliable.
Okay.
Because
so this came
yeah.
from the Hive Mind.
Yes, this is the Hive Mind. Generally speaking, still agreeing with Lotless, but Thassa is probably very close second, and then Flare the Hatebound is the third in terms of win cons.
Okay.
And I don't play LED and Force Vigor or Force of Will because they're expensive.
I feel you. Is that
That is it. We do own Force of Wills. I could, but I don't want to. So you have to add, I think it's like 13 blue cards to be able to legitimize Force of Will. And the blue cards are they're so bad. They're like, yeah, they're just not good.
Yeah.
And there's enough fodder in this deck, you know. But LED is good if you have them.
Are the Hive Mind folks in the Facebook group saying LED is better? LED deck is better?
I think the people who play Manaless Dredge like Manaless Dredge.
Okay.
Yes, LED is definitely better.
Okay. Got it. All right.
But that doesn't mean I want to play it.
All right. You heard it there, folks. Join the Manaless Dredge Facebook group and spam comments about what's it called? Lotless Giant?
Lotless Giant versus Flare of the Hatebound versus
Yes. Go
Thassa's
join the
Oracle.
discussion. Okay.
But this deck is very cheap.
Oh yeah, it is.
And if you're looking to get in,
Yeah.
Like, this and burn. This is your entry. Okay, apparently I just copied and pasted the YouTube link, which is real high skill there. But what I'm trying to paste is, there we go, the Facebook group.
Do it. Share it. In any case, we're going to take a quick break. Daniel Eira is joining us for round 2. He's playing a pretty sweet list, too.
Excellent.
So it's going to be a treat. Stay with us. And Catherine's going to stick around, too. So we'll see you in a few minutes for round 2. Stay with us.
Cool.
What's up, everybody? We're back. Catherine's here. What's up,
Hello.
Catherine?
Nothing much. Just Dredge not getting there, but that's okay. You have a ton of fun no matter what.
Yeah, you kind of had a week. What do you call it? Like dredging or whatever?
Yeah, I had a weak
You
couple of
whiffed.
dredges. Couple of narcomoebas would have really, I would have been able to swing in for a lot, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I guess that's the kind of deck it is, though, where you're kind of at the mercy of your 60 cards, and that's it.
For sure.
You know,
Yeah.
like you need them to come together for you.
Yeah.
But it can be really powerful, of course, if it comes together. And it is pretty consistent too. That wasn't a good showing, but Dredge in Legacy is a real deck, as you started talking about before we took a break.
Yeah.
And it's a good place to start if you're looking to get into the format, especially if you love Dredge.
Yeah, there's some more, I would say, consistent earlier wins if you're willing to play lands, but I like winning on another axis.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to share now in chat because I know people are clamoring for it. This Teamer mid-range list. And I called it Teamer mid-range, and if anybody disagrees with the deck name, feel free to correct it. All right, it's been shared in chat. Everybody could take a look now. Oh no, did I share the wrong link? Let me just verify that I shared the right one.
That looks
Yes, I
right. We
did.
got some Narset, Part of the Veils, Dreadhorde Arcanist, Icebane Clottle, Uro, Stifle.
It's a weird one.
Yeah, so the counter package looks like 2 days of Force of Negation and the full set of Force of Wills.
Yes.
Oh, we're
Looking
doing
at this
snow.
list again, I didn't notice this earlier, or I didn't think about it earlier. I don't like Stifle in this deck. What do you think?
I think Stifle is good if you think there's going to be a lot of fetch lands. And what activated or triggered ability do you think Stifle is particularly good about in a meta? Lots of planeswalkers, maybe. Delver
Yes, I
kills the
mean,
Delvermere, even though this isn't a Delver.
when I've stifled something and I felt like, yeah, this was so worth running Stifle in my deck. It was a Gristlebrand, pay 7 life. It was a,
Sure.
Thespian stage activation, so I get another turn and I could swing for the kill. Things like that. Stifling a fetch land on turn 5, I'm just like, I don't know if I care about this happening. All right, I'm gonna let players know they can start because they're getting very impatient.
Sure.
I'm just kidding.
No, first time.
All right, guys, you can start. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
totally into it. I think we're going to see some interesting plays on both sides, especially since this is a tournament, like we were saying, that the deck lists. So
Yeah.
playing around Stifle alone could change the interactions.
This is true. Against lands, what is relevant to Stifle other than the occasional Stifle Thespian stage to make sure you get another turn to live?
Let me take a look at the list again. Certainly the Thespian stage. What else are we doing?
I guess I feel like this deck doesn't have the you can stifle your Uro sack trigger. That's true, Jason.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say was I feel like the deck doesn't look like it has enough speed to make stifling a turn 1 fetch very exciting.
Okay. Sure.
know-
I can see what you mean there.
Like Teamer Delver, for example, the kind of classic threshold type of deck, stifles your opening fetch land and then wastes you, and then you can drop Delvers and the game ends before they draw their next land. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of
Sure.
thing that goes on with that deck. By the way, look at Phil's Forest.
Yeah.
He
Is
bought
it
Misprint
Sunbleached?
Forest from Jumpstart. It's from Jumpstart, and it's like misprinted. We'll have to ask him what's on there.
All right, so we are dazing the
Dazing what?
Mox Diamond, it looks like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then he's paying for it with the island and preordain. Yeah, so when you see cards like preordain and stifle, I think those do kind of make me wonder. I don't feel like I see those commonly in the same deck because preordain feels more like a combo-y type of card choice.
Preordain and Stifle, you said?
Yeah,
Mm,
I just don't think I see those together that often.
I guess some Delver decks do that, but I
Oh,
know I know
yeah.
what you mean. I know what you mean. It's more of like a sneak and show Omnitel kind of
Mm-hmm.
cantrip. Also, this deck has Narset,
Yeah.
Oko, Uro, and all that. Those are so slow.
Yeah, it feels like a
And
hard control deck.
at what point in the game do you get to Stifle? This is just my opinion looking
Sure.
at the deck for the first time, by the way, everybody. I'm not saying this deck sucks. That's not what I'm saying at all. It
Can't
looks
you
awesome.
stifle Clothis? Gotta read that. Is that
You can stifle his
triggered-
upkeep trigger, yeah.
that is a triggered ability.
Or combat, whenever that happens.
But you're right, that's only 2 damage. Like, it's not a huge impactful stifle.
Yes.
But maybe you're just trying to hold on until you can get full control.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I like Stifle as a 1 or 2 of in a deck.
Not a 4.
4 is like pushing it unless you have that very aggressive
Yeah.
kind of overall plan that makes stifling a fetch land really good. Otherwise, you can also stifle things like, and yeah, I know it's not played that much right now, but a Stoneforge ETB trigger or a Thought Knot trigger or, all that stuff is great, but it's slow.
But it feels so good as a gotcha.
It
you
does.
know?
It does. Not a big Stifle fan.
Sure. That's fine.
Yes,
Can
you
stifle the Dread Horde. Yeah, there's a
stifle the
lot.
Dreadhorde. We'll see,
Okay.
though. I might be proven wrong. Some cantripping so far.
Yeah, leaving him in the order that he found him, so must feel okay, or he's got a fetch to follow it up.
Yep.
There we go.
Can always pitch it to force.
That's true though, right?
It
You
is
need a
true,
certain
yeah.
number of blue cards.
I mean,
So you put a dice on the top of his deck, he definitely is trying to remind himself either to or not to fetch.
blue cards are never truly dead, I guess. How many times, though, would you rather your Stifle was a Stormcrow? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's got to be some percent. It's got to be some.
right?
More than 10%? More than 20%? I would go as far. I don't know.
Oh man.
I'm kind of just kidding now.
Stormcrow. I know.
Stormcrow sucks. All right, Clothis got some damage in. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Clothis, Clothis, whatever. He got it out
I say
against.
Clothis.
Yeah, it's Clothis. That's the final decision. You got it out against you in round 1, but it didn't really do much against Dredge.
No. Yeah, we chatted about that. I had enough dredgers and other value cards in the graveyard that losing one was no big deal.
What are in current, legacy meta where all the decks that people are playing on Magic Online right now are considered the meta? What
meta?
decks does Manaless Dredge just destroy right now? Like you
Well,
see that, yeah.
We're not casting a ton of spells.
Mm-hmm.
You're casting the Dread Return because it's a flashback. So you can get around a lot of these blue decks.
Yeah,
And a lot of their cards don't do anything.
that's
So
true.
that's always a good feeling. But yeah, lands is going to be like 2 combo decks parting in the night, your ships in the night, as they say. It's going to be tough. I'm not the fastest because I have to be on the draw,
Yeah, that's true. Would you say it plays a long game though against like blue fair decks, or do you have to win fast? In general.
I would say in general, it should be like 3 dredges and then you can go off.
Mm-hmm.
Is the ideal game plan, which is pretty fast,
And another ponder here. A lot of cantrips just going on right here, which
Yeah.
kind of, okay. I'm going to cut off my Dredge story just to go back to the game just for a
Sure.
second to point out something. We're in turn 3 or 4 right now.
Sure.
All he's done is cantrip so far, has no creatures in play, has stifles maybe, but already lands has Merit Lage looming.
It's
Where
true,
did we
but
get
we've
with
got
this
the
game?
wasteland on the field, so
Yes.
he can't activate at will.
Right, that's true, yeah. But where does Stifle fit in here? I know this is a very specific match,
Yeah.
and but Stifle
I
did
would
nothing
feel
so far.
happy to have Stifle in my hand right now, even.
Maybe. I like this list though. I dig it. I would play this list if there was an event tonight. If Daniel sent it to me.
Yeah.
Daniel plays some spicy decks. Almost every time I played Daniel, Daniel's one of our local players I played against a bunch. He plays some new wacky deck he came up with, so it's fun. Exploration. Very good.
Late game exploration. Well, it feels like now he might be considering the backup plan, the Punishing Fire. So we would need to see Life from the Loam. We've got the Grove of the Burn Willows. Because it's just not safe to go for the Merit Lage.
Not at the moment. But if
Interesting.
Bolt. Interesting. Okay. Bolt you. All right.
End of
Maybe.
turn.
Maybe just being efficient with mana.
Yeah, I would agree. That's definitely how I see that.
Feel like
So
Phil should
Jason-
have gone for Merit. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Jason's saying that he should have gone for it with Ponder on the stack. Why do you think that would have been better? Because, there's still a wasteland hanging out, would be my question.
Was the Wasteland in play? I
Yeah.
kind of lost track.
Maybe the first Ponder. I'm not sure if they were all set up. Yeah, for sure. So if they get the loam off the top anytime with exploration on the battlefield, you can just try for the combo every turn by sacking and coming back and sacking and coming back and sacking and coming back.
But here's the thing you're all forgetting. He
Stifle?
can't do it every turn. He stifle. He can stifle one of them. He could stifle his own wasteland and just kill himself.
So this is another end of turn bolt.
All right, Bolt. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Wasteland was in play.
Yeah, incredibly skilled not to go for it. You read it.
All good. All right, a fetch.
Now we're not going for the next level play where he's stifling any of his own triggers. I didn't look at the list that carefully.
Other than Uro's sack trigger, I don't think there was anything relevant. So you can drop Uro, the sacrifice trigger on the stack, stifle that. So you get an Uro in play.
Right. So I would agree with you, Jason. It doesn't feel like that Phil is under any pressure. He can just sit here and wait until it's safe to go off, either between finding the life in the loam or with the exploration going for the Merit Lage a couple of times.
Yeah, we didn't touch on this at all, but I think lands is heavily favored in this matchup. He doesn't have to really do anything. There's no pressure coming from Daniel Teamer, and he can just, like Jason was describing, eventually get to the point where he can make a Merit Lage every turn.
Now, when Oko did hit the battlefield, do you think that changes it on Phil's side?
Not sure. I mean, he has. Let's see. Let me just, before I say the wrong thing, let me look at Phil's list again. I'll share Phil's list in the chat so everybody who's missed it the first time can take a look.
Yeah,
Do you have it in
7
front of you?
mana.
Does he have any way
Do
to
I?
directly kill Oko?
In the lands deck, well, You can redirect Punishing Fire. That takes a bit.
Yeah.
And he has a Blast Zone.
He could attack it with Marrowlage. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, he has Song of the Dryads. He has Song of the
And Song of the Dryads. There's a little bit of targeted shenanigans going on there. So Oko comes down and pluses 2 to 6. I'm just going to complain about it all the time because it's ridiculous.
I actually saw an article. I didn't read the whole thing. I don't really read entire articles. But
Sure.
it was from Mark Rosewater, and he was talking about how Oko should have been a minus to make things an elk. And
Right.
it was interesting because he was talking about they introduced all these new mechanics over the last year, like food, companions, mutate, all these weird new abilities that were honestly really cool for them to be trying new things. But the complexity creep affected their playtesting team.
Sure.
There's just too much going on, and they made the game almost too complicated for them to test. It was just interesting to read, like, that kind of...
Yeah. And I do understand the initial impetus. You know, in general, planeswalkers come down and do something to be able to protect themselves.
Yeah.
But it was just probably just a mistake. It sounds like he's admitting it was a mistake.
Yeah.
Is every round against Phil? We'll find out.
All right. So is he cycling that or putting it in play? Oh, I guess he fetched it. Yeah, he fetched it.
Yeah, this is a plains in a forest. Comes into play tapped, and it has a cycle ability. I don't remember the name of this set, this sequence.
It's it's Amonkhet. It's called what's that? I don't know what that land's called.
The like suite of lands that all do that, and then we've got another Thespian stage. And can you double target with 2 Thespian stages? That doesn't come up. Scattergrove, thank you. It doesn't come up that often. If you have enough mana, can you hold priority and put both of them on the stack?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even see the second stage. I keep looking away. I was looking at Daniel's board.
All right.
You can do that.
Okay.
All right. Elk attacking here. Yeah, Scattered Groves. That's right. Oh, you said that already. Oh, and someone said Double Stage Beach Wasteland. This is true.
Yeah, Sheltered Thicket. I love Sheltered Thicket. I like the art on that card.
Yeah.
The reason I know it is because I play Scapeshift in Modern, and I pivoted over to include Field of the Dead because, of course. And so I added Sheltered Thicket into it because it's also fetchable. It's a great little card.
I like it.
Oh, you could copy Wasteland in response to win with the second stage. Oh, Wasteland copying.
Oh, so before it comes a copy, you waste them? Is that what you're saying?
But I believe
there's a bunch of
Thespian
different things you
stage
could do.
only
Yeah, go ahead.
targets its own land. Is that true? Can you target your opponent's land with Thespian stage?
Yeah. Yeah, you can target opponent's land.
You can?
Yep.
I don't think of it. Okay, so that would be the correct thing. So Phil just copied Depths with his first Thespian stage, and that trigger is on the stack.
And then...
And Daniel's in the tank about that a little bit. He's got a ton of mana. Why do you think Phil decided to go for it here?
Not sure, other than he feels like he has ways to do it again if it gets thwarted. I can't see what's in his yard. Can you?
So I see fetch, Windswept Heath, fetch, Misty Rainforest, and it looks like a taiga. So in terms of mana that Phil still has to use, I see 2. So we can make one more Thespian stage copy. So the line that Jason is suggesting is you copy Dark Depths, then waste the stage after it resolves, and then you copy the stage Depths with the second stage. Yeah, I think we have enough mana to do all that, yeah?
I believe so. Are you able to hear the players right now?
I am.
Oh, okay. Are they doing exactly what everybody's
So we're still on the... Okay, he's got 2 Dark Depths, and we've got the Legend rule. So he's going to keep the Thespian stage Dark Depths. And that triggers on the stack.
Okay.
In response, Daniel is going to wasteland the Thespian stage. That's a copy of Dark Depths, which I think is what Phil anticipated. But he's going to do exactly that line. He's
Make
oh,
another
but he's
copy.
making another copy of Dark Depths.
Stifle.
Oh, and right into Stifle. Yeah, I think Stifle beat him in any spot there. I don't know if I see a way out. So he's still low on Stifle? Not kidding.
Stifle, like I've always said, Stifle is the best card. I've never denied it.
Yeah.
Never.
Yep. So Daniel stifled the second stage copy activation, and he let his first wasteland go through the first stage activation. Yep. And hopefully, Phil will see Life in the Loam shortly to try to reset.
Life alone would be good here, but, and this is the speed thing we were talking about before.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel needs
Yeah.
to start attacking. I know he has Oko and he has Elks now and the whole thing, but you got to end the game.
Yeah.
You can't give him
Yeah.
too much time.
I mean, Phil's at 17.
19 now. 19.
Yeah. Clothis is no joke. So he's going with a food. I would have been slightly tempted to make the Astrolabe an elk.
Does he need the fixing for any reason? Ooh, Wasteland is pretty good here.
Mm-hmm. So he's got all three colors. Jason, yeah, those next level plays, you're playing a Stifle in your land stack. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's great. I'm pretty sure it's wrong.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I'm sure there's better options, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what is he copying now? Do you know?
So he did it at the end step. I think I'd be tempted to go for Grove of the Burnwells, but I did miss that.
All right, I'll ask them.
We go to 5. And
What
then
card did you copy with stage?
Wasteland.
Wasteland.
Okay,
Wasteland.
thanks. All right, that makes sense. All right, so Den goes to 5. Phil goes to 21 off the Clothis
Yeah.
trigger.
Now it feels like Phil's just got to outlast the Elks. And what type of clock are we looking at? We're swinging in still only for 3 next turn.
Yeah. What happened to the other food? Oh, he sacked it for life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that weird?
I'm not sure. I thought we were in a race, but it looks like Daniel doesn't think he's racing. He's
Yeah.
just waiting for advantage, I guess.
Possibly. Oko is pretty good against Marrow Age too. Phil needs to be careful. All right, swinging for 3. Puts him at 18. Makes another food. Yeah, it might have been worth it to pay 3 each turn with depths. That's true.
Okay.
Jesse Ma playing next round.
Excellent.
We may or may not see some Sharknadoes. I will not say.
That would be great. I love that card. I'm putting it in my cube. I don't know if it's correct, but I really want it in my cube.
It sounds correct to me.
Yeah.
Hall of Heliod's Generosity, that is for Phil, in case anybody doesn't recognize it. I know that's a new one that people don't really use much. All right. It's Daniel's turn now, right? What does he got?
He's gonna have to be in the tank a little bit. So we've got Oko at 10. Obviously the -5 is alive. Don't know if that is a viable option.
Yeah, well, you can't steal Clothis because it's not a creature yet.
Right. And I'm sure he's not going to let it become a creature.
Yeah.
It looks like Phil played, oh, what is that land over there? The one in the upper left-hand corner of his battlefield.
That is Caracas. Hall of Heliod's Generosity.
Lower left-hand corner.
Oh, lower left-hand corner.
Well,
in the
I'm
graveyard?
looking. I'll find it. Yeah, so that's Hall of Heliod's Generosity.
Yes.
So put target enchantment card from your library on the top, from the graveyard on the top of your library. That's for 1 and a white. And that is the white splash that he is experimenting with. There are no enchantments in his graveyard right now, but if Clothis disappears, he could get it back pretty quickly. And I really do think
That's
Clothis
true.
is probably his win con right now.
It looks like it, right? He's got 2 Elks attacking him, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Puts Phil at 12. So now he has a real clock. Oko's starting to do some real damage.
They have him at 11. There must have been a fetch somewhere we missed.
Oh, okay. 11. So be it.
So Uro's getting exiled, which always feels really good.
Uro is getting exiled by... Oh, Clothis. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, he needs Loam. I agree.
Yeah. Oh dear. Sorry. I just scared the crap out of my cat. Just wanted to love you, buddy.
What's your cat's name?
His name is Shiro. He's a black cat that hates everyone except me and sometimes me.
Sounds like a friendly cat.
Yeah. All right, Oko at 13. When's the last time you saw Oko that high on a on a battlefield?
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen some really high Okos, though. Stoned out of their minds.
Coming in for 6 again. So this is a 3-turn clock. Nope.
Yes.
Clothos changes the math. 4-turn clock.
I can't count that high. I believe you, though. 7-7 is the life totals. Wow, we're still in game 1. I just realized.
Good thing there's no time.
Yeah.
Or is there?
I do enforce the time sometimes, but
Okay.
we'll let it rock tonight because this is cool.
So, do you know how many cards Phil has in hand? Like, how many resources? Oh, man.
Was that a scoop? Wow, it was a scoop. Okay. So
I guess I'll...
wrong draws.
Yeah, Oko got there. Oko got there.
Okay. So I kind of got owned by Stifle, as one does.
And that... Right. Well, that's the one time, right, where it made a huge difference.
Yeah, and it kind of, in a way, it kind of reinforces what I was saying, at least in my mind, because it was so situational, and he could have had so much other stuff going on that had nothing to do with Stifle before that. He probably had a Stifle in his hand in the opening hand. It did nothing for 17 turns.
And it reinforces the idea that you think that Stifle is most impactful when you are stifling their win con.
Yeah, or the Stifle itself sets them back so far, like in a Delver Mirror stifling their key fetch play, or them trying to waste you, or whatever, right?
Well, I will say, imagine if there was a Delver on the field, this game would have been over much earlier.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
but it's a different style of deck, so we'll see. Let's take a quick look at sideboards.
Sure.
They're supposed to be obfuscated. Unfortunately, Phil's is not. That's a bug maybe, but we can see Daniel's, and he has limited options.
What do you like out of it?
Back to Basics is great.
Of course.
Clothis, probably good. Sylvan Library seems great. Submerge seems relevant. Surgical, maybe. And Return to Nature, I like. And maybe that's it. Oh, maybe I missed a card because I skimmed through it really fast. What do you think?
Yeah, I really like Submerge. I know that you don't see it that often, but it shows up in Infect sideboards every once in a while as well. And I think it's perfect to get rid of that pesky Merit Lage.
Yes. As far as siding out, I'm looking at siding out probably Narset. Oh, well,
I think Narset I would keep in. Cards that I think have lower impact. Um,
I'm not sure about that one.
what
Stifle,
do you
I
think
think, could
about
come
the
out.
Force of Wills and the Force of Negations?
I think those are good against, well, let's look at, because it's open deck list, let's look at lands real quick. Because stifling a crop rotation or an exploration, things like
Yeah.
that early in the game, I think those are important.
Yeah.
Also, he has cards like Choke, and he has some nasty stuff in his sideboard as well. Phil, I mean.
Yeah.
So you're
Well,
going to want counter magic online.
Daniel was able to fire off 2 bolts, and that obviously helped him win this game. But do you think, in general, you would take him out versus lands?
Take which ones out?
Lightning bolt?
Oh, yeah, Lightning Bolt. Well, we didn't even get that far. Let's look at, does he have any creatures that he can bring in? Okay, sometimes lands has like tireless trackers or some crap. Yeah, Bolt's
Yeah,
probably safe
slightly
to come out.
transformational. Hmm.
It looks like based on what I'm looking at, quickly skimming through the deck, Bolt is safe to take out. That's true.
Sure. Yeah, I agree with you, Jason. I do think Force and Negation should stay in. And then lands, in terms of cards that are not impactful, and I think this is something I look at lands deck. I'm like, what do you ever take out of lands? What is
Yeah,
he taking out?
let's try to figure that out now. So in this matchup, he can take out.
Drop of honey?
Wait, is that in the main?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. At least it's listed on the main and mine.
Oh yeah, it is. I missed it. Drop of
Yeah.
honey, maybe. Yeah.
Thanks, Dan, for stopping by.
Later. I don't know how
Yeah.
to sideboard with lands, to be honest.
No, neither do I. You think enchantments are going to be super difficult to stick, so maybe you'd be more likely to take some of those out. The other fun of enchantments are Savine's Reclamation. Return target permanent with CMC 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then what is going to be brought in then? O-Ring, Solitary Confinement, Palukra Notes?
Choke. Choke is key.
Choke. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Choke is disgusting in this matchup. If it resolves, the game might be over.
Yeah.
Canopy.
Yeah, Solitary Confinement. I feel like that's a card I only see in EDH, and that's the reason I know what it is.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, we have an Enchantress player at our local who's dropped some Solitary Confinements on me before, and I read the card every time, and I'm just like, oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah.
All right. Field of the Dead to start the game. We failed to figure out sideboard for lands.
No. I just don't know what to
Couldn't
take
get there.
out.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? We'll ask Phil later.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be able to give us the thought process.
Yeah. Phil knows what's up with this deck. He's good with this deck. Phil and I, a couple of times, just like by chance, drew into top 8s with him. Not in any big event, like a local 1K, whatever. But he was on lands and I was on Delver, and I was just like, oh, thank God. I didn't have to play. I didn't have to play.
Yeah.
I was like, Phil, you want to draw? Like, wink, wink. I think it's a good idea.
So, how does he keep Solitary Confinement in play? That is a solid question.
How does he keep it in play?
Sacrifice it unless you discard a card from your hand. It's got to be like a loam thing. So something is getting stifled. It looks like a fetch land just
so
got
if
stifled. Maybe.
Oh, interesting. Pyroblast. Oh, we totally missed. Pyroblast
Oh, and then
Red
it's
Blast
getting
board.
pyroblasted back.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Loam, return 3 lands, cycle, get loan back. Yeah, that whole deal. That seems like a way to
keep solitary
solitary out.
confinement. Mm-hmm.
You can pretty easily
All
have
right.
a handful of lands.
So we have Stifle and then Pyroblast on the stack, and then in response, Daniel is fetching. Are we looking at a daze? No, but you can pay for the daze.
You can pay for the days. Days is not great in this matchup. I would side those out if I was Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have dazes?
That's true, Jason. Could haul it back. That is a fun of. He has
can
he has
sack it,
2
yeah.
dazes main.
I'd be surprised if he left those in. They very, very quickly become irrelevant.
Ooh,
Oh,
double
another
stifle on that
And this is
fetch.
on a fetch? Wow.
I believe I see a Misty Rainforest in the bin. It is just a sliver of the card.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, good call, Jason. That was a second stifle. He really doesn't want that third land hitting. And then this is cycling, I believe, on this mono red enchantment. This is Footfall Crater, which you can cycle. Otherwise, it would enchant land. Enchant land has tap. Target creature gains trample and haste until end of turn. So that's an interesting add to the Dark Depths combo.
I dig it. I was joking with Phil earlier. I want to see your Ikoria uncommon resolve tonight, but he cycled it, so
Yeah.
he still owes me that. Wasteland's pretty good here.
Mm-hmm. I was playing in a tournament on Sunday, which did not go well, but I totally should have. I was playing Eldrazi aggro, and I totally should have named Wasteland with my Sorcerer Spyglass. As soon as I named whatever I thought they were going to win with, I was like, oh no. I still need to win, and I need my lands.
Do need lands. All right, let's see what the Wasteland hits here. Oh,
Straight for the Grove.
Down. I'm going to ask Phil to slide his cards over.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, can you just slide your cards to the left so we can see your graveyard? Perfect, thanks.
Yes.
All right, that's better. Now I can see what's going on. His graveyard is relevant, so. All right, well, he finds another land, as expected, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Life from Loan on the stack. This is the type of one where you're like, well, why should I even counter this? He's going to get it back later. I guess unless you have Force of Negation.
Yeah.
All right. Dig in for that Force of Negation.
Oh, I hope he finds it. Nobody need be alarmed. I said bad things about Stifle, but I'm cheering for Teamer all the way. I'm cheering for Uro and Oko. Am I evil?
I don't.
That's evil. And Dread
I don't like Oko. I don't like Oko. It's just it comes down with too much loyalty.
Yeah. I like Force of Will. I like Ponder. I like Brainstorm, and I like Dreadhorde. So that's my
Yeah. Jason, I would be looking at this board state thinking the lands player only has 2 lands on the battlefield. And I would be tempted, if I had a counter spell, to go for it. I mean, obviously, if I had Force and Negation, firing it off. So he's going to bring Grove of the Burn Willow and Misty Rainforest back into his hand.
Oh, Team Depths is in the chat. Uh-oh.
All right. Now, Stifled Dreadhorde is not, like, that exciting, I guess.
No, it doesn't do anything.
So we just got to brainstorm in the graveyard for that Dreadhorde right now.
Yep.
Why do you think they printed Trample on Dreadhorde Arcanist? I don't understand. It's a 1/3.
Well, there are some decks that have increased the power of Dreadhorde.
Okay.
And people play it in And I don't know all the cards in the deck,
Mhm.
but they played in that feather deck in Pioneer or something, where you
Oh.
pump all your
Mhm.
creatures and then you can like cast pump spells from the yard or whatever. I don't know, something like that.
Got it.
So
Grove of the
I don't know.
Burn Willows coming down for a Sylvan Library.
I dig it. Also,
So
there were like a bunch of Korea cards that reference trample, so they probably wanted it to be relevant to standard.
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
So the way that Daniel picked up his cards when the Sylvan Library came on the battlefield told me as a player that he does not have any counters in hand.
Interesting.
That he was like half pretending to look at his cards just to say he was thinking about it.
All right, so you're getting in the players' heads now. You're next
Yeah.
leveling this.
I don't know if that's true.
You might be right. I don't know.
Can you stifle a Sylvan Library activation? How does that read?
That's a good question.
Oh, this is the
I
old
believe you can.
text.
It's a draw step trigger.
Yeah, right?
Pretty sure you can. I don't know why you would, unless like your opponent like definitely needed that Sylvan Library trigger.
It is a trigger. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. See, I don't even have to know anything about Magic. Chat just fills in all the information. Thank everybody who just tuned in. I see a bunch of you just joined. We're in round 2 of our bracket tonight. And we're on YouTube, which is very unusual. So thank you for
Yeah.
watching.
Some people were commenting that the YouTube chat is very clean and easy to follow, and I would generally agree.
So in your view, Cathrine, what's clean and better about it? Just looks better? Or is it easier to use? Or because I have a different like view than everybody watching at home right now.
I think there's just generally more space. And maybe if we had a really fast chat going, that would be a disadvantage. But every line seems to have a little bit more space. And admittedly, I look at Twitch in black background mode. So to me, this looks very different.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, I'm in like, I'm the streamer, so I have like a totally different view. So to me, it just looks like pretty similar to what I see on Twitch. But I almost wish I had another computer open, which I could do, but I don't. But
Are you sitting at how many screens are you sitting at? Oh, here we go, choke.
ooh, that's rough.
And I would be totally down to jam this because to me, I feel like Daniel was not showing me any counter magic.
Yeah. Plus, he has these nasty tricks to get it back later
Now,
on.
there was I don't know if you want to call it flashbacked brainstorm,
Yeah.
but that already
flashback is cool.
happened.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I would totally jam it. And then, you can tap Grove for colorless, right? That's not the one that has to gain them a life.
Yeah, you can tap before
Yeah.
colorless.
Okay.
All right, brainstorm response.
Does Teamer have an answer to resolved choke? Let me check out that deck list and see what I got. I'm going to give that a no. You know, Uro, no. Narset, no. Oko, nope.
Red Blast, no. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong deck. I'm an idiot.
They got Red Blast. Well, they got, yeah.
Okay, now I'm looking at the right deck.
There is the Return to Nature in the board.
Oh, yes, Return to Nature. That's true. He probably brought that in, too. Maybe... Yeah, that's about it. Return to Nature. If library resolved, I think jamming is correct. Yeah, I agree.
Library is the card to fight over.
All right. This brainstorm did not find anything, maybe?
Okay, so Choke is resolving.
Yikes.
You know, he will have access to 3 mana. If he could get some threats on the board, maybe not all is lost. Like an Oko?
Oko, I
There's
mean,
a basic forest.
a resolved Oko is pretty damn good still.
Yeah.
But then you're tapped out forever. Oh, except for the
Mhm.
forest. Yeah, I think lands just like jams whatever they happen to have in hand and hopes for the best. They have way
Now we
more
just need a port.
threats. Yeah,
Oh, there's the return to nature.
that's pretty damn good.
Must have found that off the brainstorm. Well, maybe not. Maybe you just look for the hard counter. You still brainstorm in response since you know you have the return to nature.
Maybe, yeah. See what my options are. It's a little risky in case there is a second choke.
Ooh, here goes the Taiga tapping. Is it the red blast back? Oh, crop rotation. In
Yep.
response to the return to nature. And are you Bajuka bogging?
Maybe? What can he get here? Let's look at
Return
this
to
list.
nature's on the stack.
Oh, the hell yeah,
Oh.
generosity. Yep. Of course. That's rough. That seems great.
There we
So
go.
Choke's
So that-
coming back at some point.
yeah, this white splash is giving him a little more resilience to disruption.
Mm-hmm.
Endless choke. Yeah.
Endless choke. Yeah, for sure. So Daniel has to be careful now. Choke is coming back. Maybe not this coming turn, but the turn after is a possibility. Does he have anything in the yard?
We got the brainstorm.
Okay.
There's an opportunity to find something.
Yep.
Hi, Remix.
What's up, Jeremy?
Oh, yeah. Black border, signed Taiga.
I signed that card. Nah. Imagine. That was my signature. I actually signed my playset of magma sprays.
Your own signature?
My own signature, yeah. My Amonkhet magma sprays, I signed them. It
Okay.
was kind of a joke with myself.
I like it.
Just because they're
That's
like worth 2 cents.
Right. Exactly.
Why not?
I was thinking maybe you're saying you signed your cards in like 1990 whatever, because I feel like, because I was playing Pokemon at the time,
Okay.
people were like writing their names on their Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I did sign some of my cards back in the day. I did. But like, you know, as my little kid signature, it was a mess.
Right. Okay. Chad is helping me out. Other people did sign their own cards when they were younger. Back to Basics, by the way, has landed. That is a
Yeah.
rough time for it to land, but maybe Phil has a land in hand. He's got the Sylvan Library. He's thinking about that right now. So
That back
just
to
drawing the
basics
one.
is great.
Mm-hmm.
If it sticks. Again, the clock, though. Can't give lands too much time.
Right. Gotta
Gotta
fetch.
speed this up.
I would be afraid of this Misty getting stifled hard.
Yeah, he did stifle twice so far. So maybe not as risky, but yeah, I know what you mean. It is scary.
So Kurush is saying that the game's over. He did fetch a Taiga. Unfortunately, currently can't make white mana. I don't think he's out yet.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think it's
land
out.
still has a little bit to give. He does need a white source. Are we gambling?
Could be.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
the power. We totally forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah. As Daniel said, yes, that's really good.
Oh, I forgot you can hear them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I turn it off. It's just too distracting for me.
It's just the teacher. I can always have chatter.
This is true. That's probably a talent in itself.
Yeah.
Sorting through multiple streams of chatter.
Yeah. Wait, who said what? Yeah.
Yeah. Remix is saying he's imagining it in Daniel's voice. Yes.
I know. I almost said it with his inflection. I was like, wait a second. No, I don't know if he knows I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah. Daniel's primary language, Portuguese.
Okay. I was hearing the
has
like
a- has an
vaguely
accent.
French pronunciations, but it didn't quite sound like a French accent. That makes more sense.
Yeah, he's from Brazil.
Hmm.
He's been connecting us with a few Brazilian players who want to play on stream too. I might get an all Brazil, all Portuguese language stream someday.
That's awesome. There's a great scene in Brazil.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of Eternal players out there.
Oko. Well, there's a clock.
Agreed. That's as good a clock as you're gonna get at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel's like the nicest guy, says Remix. Agreed.
All right, so Phil's at 12, Daniel's at 18. We can start firing off some elks.
Yep.
Phil's got to find his combo. There's no wasteland on the field.
I mean, Oko made things so much more complicated right now.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, it looks like Teamer is doing really well in this matchup. I didn't think it was going to go this way, to be honest.
Yeah. Exploration.
But we haven't seen
Yeah.
good draws for Phil, too.
Mm-hmm. This is true. Okay. Things are starting to happen. For the US versus Brazil matchup, I feel like the American players should only be allowed to play red, white, and blue, and that the Brazilian players should be, I guess, red or green and white, but maybe to make it fair, they need another color, so they get like black.
They get blue. They have blue.
Oh yeah, there's the globe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be Bant versus Jeskai.
Yeah. And they could play yellow, so they could play multicolored cards.
Oh, gold cards. Yeah.
Yeah. Of any color they want.
Mm-hmm.
They're heavily advantaged in the matchup because of the flag.
Right. Well, we did this rotisserie draft EDH league a couple years ago. I would not recommend. It was a lot of work.
That sounds intense, yeah.
But everyone was randomly assigned 3 colors, and you had to submit 3 commanders that you were considering, and then we rotisserie drafted from a pre-constructed list.
Okay.
And I had Jeskai as my assigned colors, and I just felt like that stunk. I didn't like my colors.
But multiplayer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was quite the thing. I think it took us like 4 hours for all 8 of us to draft our EDH decks out of this.
8 hours?
4 hours
Oh,
for all
4
8 of
hours.
us to do it. Yeah. We should have ordered food beforehand. And then we had a separate person who was manning the computer and keeping track of all the cards as they were drafted.
This is the kind of activity that nobody invites me to because I'd be there barely paying attention to the draft and just like, we ordering food? You know?
I was so hungry.
Should
I
I
was
go-
like, I don't
should
even
I-
care. Because then there was like hate drafting. Should I hate? Because we realized like somebody was doing a graveyard synergy deck. So should I hate draft the graveyard card? It's like, oh my gosh. It's
Yeah.
so much.
All right. Chat is super intent on what's going on here. So, I'm gonna try and figure out what's going on here.
So we've got Field of the Dead is very close to being active. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands of different names. So every land from here on out is going to be creating zombies. And we've got exploration, so we could get double zombies.
This is true.
And then you also have some opportunities with Thespian Stage to copy your opponent's lands that you don't own to get some more zombies. So this could be a real clock.
Zombies are good. I don't think Oko can keep up with the zombies.
Yeah. Yeah,
Are
as
we
long
playing
as Phil keeps
standard
getting
right now? Are we playing standard from December right now?
Mhm.
Or whenever that was? Oh, those are 2 Taigas. Wait, so 1, 2, 3.
Oh, are they? You're right.
4, 5, 6. Okay,
So we
he needs
need one more. Thank you.
Forest in stage in second row. Yes. 1, 2,
Mhm.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. All right.
Yep, 6. I counted the 2 taigas as 2 different lands,
Yeah,
even
me
though they're
too.
stacked and they're clearly the same.
Yeah.
All right, Sylvan Library trigger to start it off. But Phil is at 7. So I feel like you're not going to be paying the 4 anytime soon. Yeah, since one of the taigas is signed, I feel like it should be its own card. That's why I counted it. They're both signed, I think.
Yeah, it looks like they're both signed. I signed one and
Yep.
Phil signed one.
We just saw Phil sign count his lands. All right, we got a Woodford Hills trigger.
All right, there's zombie number 1. Zombie number 2 shortly. What is that?
What? Yeah. It's a little glary. I can't quite see what card that is.
I think it's a made-up card. It's a fake card. Or a, not an altar. Like a custom card. Custom card.
Oh, okay. It does say a 2/2 at the bottom. I can see that. Oh no. Phil just says he thinks he doesn't have any more fetchable lands.
Oh.
Let's take a look at Phil's list for him, shall we? I don't know what's in his hand, obviously. So he has a Wooded Foothills. And
Savannah, 2 Taigas, Scattered Groves is in the yard. I know that. Looks like he's out. He's out of
yeah.
ammo.
Sorry, Phil. Do we get a
Good
forest?
thing he noticed.
Oh, the forest is in there already. He
Yeah.
had the one basic. Forest is already on the field.
Yep. That wacky Jumpstart Forest misprint. All right, there's Thespian Stage. Trigger. Yeah, where is Loam? He hasn't had Loam going.
No,
yet
and he's been
tonight.
Sylvan Librarying for turns. Loam and Sylvan Library triggers, when they happen at the same time, I always feel like is really odd.
Yeah. Ice Fang Coatl comes in.
Okay. It's a tight spot for Phil.
Agreed. He could still do it.
Oh, yeah.
He's not out of this yet, but he's at 7, which is rough.
Yeah, with the Ice Fang Coatl, we're really going to have to see some punishing fires. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe copying stage before. I mean, copying Field of the Dead before the 8th land would have been good.
Oh. Yeah. I like that play for sure.
June Minageshi zombie token. Okay. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
it
have so much
definitely
trouble
says
reading that.
zombie token 0 at the top. Every once in a while I can read it.
Too far away from me. My other screen is like pushed way back.
Mm.
Seems cool. It's on Magic. Is it like a misprint? Or is it a... I gotta look this up. I'm looking up this zombie token.
I think Daniel's got a lot to consider. Dread Horde, Okos. He's going to start by making a food. What? It's $2,700. That little card right
I'm not surprised.
there.
Phil has all the collectibles.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Look
The
at the
foil one
forest.
is right. But
All the
I
weird
mean,
stuff.
yeah, I like that. My modern scape shift deck is I'm calling it Ugly Pimp. It
Okay.
is all foil, but it's all the like ugly alternate art of things. So like the Sakura Tribe Elder is the weird Sakura Tribe Elder that no one likes, and
Oh, really?
the Beast Within is the weird one. The Scape Shift is the M19 Scape Shift. I'm really into, and the Through the Breach is the Amonkhet Invocation Through the Breach. It's like all the ugly stuff.
So you're purposely buying the ones that you don't like.
Yeah, it's way
Okay.
cheaper too.
Oh yeah, I'm all for cheaper for sure.
So coming in with the food and the Ice Fang, holding the Dreadhorde Arcanist back. Maybe for a little
Interesting.
defense?
Possibly. Double blocking an elk here. Yeah, that makes sense. Take one. Go to
Mm-hmm.
6. Be interesting to see if Eira left in any bolts.
Yeah.
It's getting in range now. I don't think he would though. Jeremy's
No, I
teaching
think that
everyone
would be
about
out.
tokens. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would have taken the bolts out myself.
Yeah. They don't seem very good. Alright, whose turn is it now? Still Daniel?
So if you're interested in foil altars, oh my gosh, I can't remember who has a really interesting tutorial about how they do basically a foil peel process and rebacking. And I've favorited it on YouTube, so I know I can find it quickly.
Do it.
So Thespian Stage is now copying the Field of the Dead. I think we all agreed it's definitely the right way to go.
Is that confirmed or you're speculating?
No, I just heard it happen.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure.
You linked it already. Is it up higher?
I don't know if links work in chat on YouTube. It may just delete them on you. Don't know. I don't know though.
Let me see. It's an altarist. Oh yeah, we don't see it. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure all the links are blocked in chat. And I don't know how to turn that off
Alright.
or do anything about it. Oh, so were you able to see the deck list links that I shared in chat, everybody?
I saw it on my side. So Scourge altars is the altarist? Yes, exactly. We're talking about the exact same thing. I'm gonna So on my side I see myself trying to paste that in. Did it work?
Not on my end.
So he has a whole process that I definitely saved. I'm not sure I want to duplicate it, but I definitely want to change my altering process and try his sealing technique.
Mm-hmm.
No, didn't show up. But yeah, Scourge altars, totally got the information above. All right, so it looks like the other Thespian Stage copied, the Field of the Dead as well. So we're starting with the library trigger. Chris's links work. Cool.
Okay.
Caracas, trigger, trigger, trigger. And those triggers are on the stack. Stifle, stifle, stifle. It's got the mana.
I was just looking at possible chat admin stuff, but I don't see anything. Sorry if I went quiet there for a
Looks
second.
like a brainstorm in response to the 3 Field of the Dead triggers.
Okay. So he's going to make 3 zombies potentially here.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Oh, I see. Stage. Yeah. I got it.
Yeah, Remix, I get that. I allow links in my Twitch chat right now, but I'm always afraid one of these days I'm going to get burned and then I'm going to have to not allow them anymore.
Did life totals change? No. All right, I'm still good.
Not yet. 18 and 6? Yeah. And it looks like Phil's just living off the top deck. No cards in hand. One of those triggers is getting stifled.
Okay. Again, like that's just so unexciting. It's like
Yeah.
you stifled one zombie, he's gonna make another zombie next turn.
Yeah,
Didn't
it's
really
only
get
one
anywhere.
blue mana. Oof,
Yeah,
another Ice Fang coming in.
It's a card that could have been something else.
All right. All right.
It's one of those things where it's like the way people, like, for example, you like playing Eldrazi. I like playing
Right.
whatever I play. Daniel likes playing whatever he plays. Everybody approaches the problems of winning the game a different way. I'm just talking about how I see things
Oh, I get that.
and why I don't run Stifle. That's all. I get why
I
other people
totally
do
agree.
it. I get why other people
No,
play
absolutely.
Eldrazi. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those Ice Fangs collaterals are a 3-turn clock. So that is certainly something he's going to have to figure out. Punishing Fire would be great.
Remix calls me out in the chat. Whatever I play is Delver, yeah? I do play other decks. Roland Chang is here. Everybody say hello to Roland.
Hi, Roland. Heart Stifle. Yeah.
Roland's a Stifle person.
Got another elk.
Okay, so another elk,
Oof.
Dreadhorde attacking, 2 Ice Fangs attacking, flashing back. Were you
And
able
a
to see when he flashed
Brainstorm.
back? Okay.
Yeah, it
Cool.
looks like the Brainstorm. Yeah, despite my skepticism about this Teamer deck, it does have enough a combination of threats and interaction that it is,
Yeah,
pushing down lands.
yeah. I was skeptical, and I'm proven wrong over and over so far. 3, 4, 5, 6 damage coming in.
Remix
That's
Delver
lethal.
is the worst card in Delver. In general, I would agree. I think I just cut Delver from my cube as a point of reference.
Interesting. What
That
did you
said-
replace it with?
I
Strong
don't
Crow.
remember. It was a bit ago.
Stifle. You replaced it with Stifle, didn't you? And you did it like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
As soon as we started the stream.
Cube, Cobra. What's my list? It's like, okay. So he was able to chump to save himself, but
Yep.
I believe he's at 4.
Yep, looks like he's at 4. And Eira's at 21.
Oof. Yeah. All right. Block. Oh, yeah. It's probably not correct. But I have a 360 cube, vintage cube, which currently or previously did not support Storm. And I added Storm in. So I replaced Delver with Brain Freeze.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Stifle is good against Storm.
Yeah. So it looks like Wasteland is on the stack going for, I think, one of the Thespian stages.
Okay. F in chat for Cube Delver.
Yeah. It was a controversial choice. And the thing is, I made those changes like, I don't know, the day before COVID, so we have not play tested it.
Makes sense.
Yep, so that wasteland went for the original Field of the Dead.
Okay. This has been some game too. It's been a bit of a marathon.
I'm really
Coming
not
up
sure.
on- Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just not sure how Phil's going to get out of this. I hope he does.
I hope so, but I also
Yeah.
want this game to end in a way. Just resolve already.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy says we're on game 2 only. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
It is time to resolve this game. Someone win. It's been a good game though.
Yeah. It is maybe
tough
just
one.
a slow death on the side of lands.
He just has not had good draws, it feels like.
So,
Here's
Roland,
Punishment
that
Order.
forest is a misprint from the Jumpstart set. There were quite a few misprints in Jumpstart. And it looks like he's firing off a punishing fire. I did not hear the target. Maybe an Ice Fang?
Could be. That would make sense.
Oof. Force of Negation. Exiling it. Pitching Force of Will.
That's pretty damn good. That's why you leave in the forces.
Oh, it's actually a miscut.
Miscut? What's miscut? The forest? I don't think the forest is miscut, is it?
It looks pretty center. Oh, no, it's not, actually. Oh, wait, yes, it is. JK.
I don't know. Phil posted
Oh,
that
okay.
forest at some point in our group chat. It looked really cool as a scan. Make sure you follow MTG Banding on Twitter, everybody. Phil posts all kinds of beautiful pictures of Magic cards all day, so check him
Excellent.
out. And follow us too.
And me.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
follow me, too.
Yeah, us. Yeah, I meant you and
Oh,
I.
us. Got it.
Yes, please follow Cathrine. Also posting pictures of Magic cards.
Yeah.
All right, a ponder resolving here.
Is that necessary, though?
Well, it's
He's
still
a
got 2 zombies
4.
and a fetch in play. Oh, he can't fetch anything.
Yeah.
3 Ice Fangs in play, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess if he has a way to get rid of a zombie, he wins. Or... Oh, no, wait, no. Never mind. He can, at best, bring Phil to 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he elks... No, he can't elk anything. Swapping is not relevant.
Well, couldn't you elk the Dreadhorde Arcanist? Oh, no, that wouldn't make a difference.
No, that doesn't seem good.
Or he's going to go for one of the Ice Fangs.
Okay, elk and Ice Fang. Is that weird? No,
I
guess
think-
not.
I don't think it changes very much.
Confinement one time. Please. Please, no.
It's a great elk token. I think that's from Modern Masters.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, people are cutting out that card.
Oh, yeah,
And-
I've seen that before. Yep. Modern Horizons.
From
Right.
Modern Horizons, yeah. All right, swinging in with the team and flashing back a ponder.
Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, whoever was looking for FBB
Yeah.
Trops earlier,
Drops.
Message Roland Chang.
Okay. That's Gothmog229 is looking for
Oh,
FBB
right.
drops.
Yep.
My
Message
person.
Roland Chang.
He is. I can hear him talking downstairs and not paying attention, but I will get his attention. There we go.
You need magic cards, you talk to Roland Chang. That's my rule. Roland works as a dealer at Magic Fest and stuff, just has a lot of contacts.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, our plan was to buy them. We were going to go to like 2 Magic Fest this spring
Mhm.
and an SCG event because we wanted to buy them in person. Then COVID happened.
Yes. Well, as close as you can get is probably Roland. Which language? I think he said French.
French, Italian, I can't remember. He had me
French
text.
or Arabic, he said.
I don't think there's.
No, there's not. I just made that up. No, it's like
Yeah.
French, German, Italian, and English.
I mean, I
and
guess I
the
could
other ones.
mute myself and shout at him downstairs, but
You could do it later. I could connect you guys later. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
All right. Still on Daniel's turn here.
Yeah.
And Phil is at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
We must be at
tapping
second
a
main.
Red for Uro somehow? Am I missing something?
Yep. Phil just caught it.
Okay, so that was just an error. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll put a warning down.
Yeah, it might be turn 200.
Yeah.
And like someone said, Daniel does not seem like the type. Neither of them seem like the type to concede.
Draw.
23. What are the outs that Lance has here? His opponent is at 23.
That's
Has
true. Another Dread Horde. Tabernacle doesn't do it. Caracas doesn't do it.
gets rid of the Oko, or excuse me, Uro.
Yep. Draw step. Is it Dredge? And is that
Okay, there he goes. This is the
all
concession.
right? Whew. What's
They
up,
are
players?
not timed.
Hey,
Hello,
That's
friends.
time in the round.
Yeah, sure is. Does he get a game rules violation for trying to cast Uro with a mountain?
Yes, that is a game rules violation.
oof,
Alright.
that's
And
a
I
Game
am
three.
now ruling that Phil went. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Okay, game 3, game 3.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has the patience for that.
So Phil, we were wondering about your sideboarding. How did you sideboard in this game 2? Really quickly.
You know, I didn't bring in a lot of the cool enchantments that I was hoping to. Like Solitary Confinement didn't really make it in, so maybe it should have.
Oh,
I put in
okay.
an Oblivion Ring as just like a catch-all. Yeah, it was like pretty straightforward, I think.
Chat was clamoring for you to drop a Solitary Confinement on the board. And
Wouldn't
laugh at
that be
Daniel.
something?
Oof.
If only.
The plays with I'm gonna keep this very brief so we can move on, but the plays with back to basics, fighting over that and fighting over the choke made like game 2 really exciting almost from beginning to end because you guys were locked in this value battle. And Daniel, I was kind of making fun of, I wasn't making fun, but I was talking about not liking your stifles in your list, but you left them in for game 2. Did you leave them in for, what was your plan leaving stifle in for game 2?
My plan is I have a couple of dead cards like Daze, Narset, and Lightning Bolt doesn't like worth a lot against Phil. We don't have a lot of creatures.
Okay.
And I think it's Stifle could like buy me some turns to avoid the Dark Depths and like the Myrtle Age stuff.
Yeah, because you stifled a first turn fetch, fought over it, and then stifled again. there was just a lot that went on in the first couple of turns of this game that made it look like the game was going to end a lot faster than it actually did.
Definitely not.
Yeah, and a conversation for a different day maybe, but really like your deck, and we're going to see it again in next round. Jesse Ma awaits. Phil, your deck was awesome too, and I wish we got to see more Life from the Loams tonight.
Yeah, actually, I had Life from the Loam early on, and I think some people in chat were wondering where it was going to show up. But the only reason why I didn't bring it out earlier is that because of Sylvan Library, I knew that I had unique lands coming up. And so I thought that I could just guarantee those land drops and win with Field of the Dead. And I was afraid that he was just going to counter the Loam, and then I'd be set back a turn. So, we'll see how it clearly didn't pan out this time, but that was the reasoning behind it.
And I know you won round 1, but and now after round 2, do you feel like you should have had Glacial Chasm in your deck in the end?
My God, it would have been so helpful in like all of these matchups.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Yeah, I don't think you should leave the house, so to speak, without your Glacial Chasms, even though you still haven't left the house in probably 6 months.
Very true. All right, well, thanks for having me on, man. It's fun.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break
for the games.
Oh, yeah. We're going to take a quick break, though. Jesse Ma, round 3, when we return. Stay with us. Be right back, everybody. What's up, everybody? We're back. Catherine's here. What's up,
Hello.
Catherine?
Nothing much.
Sharks are here. Sharks are here.
Yes.
Jesse Ma is here, and he's playing the Sharknado Snow Control Oko deck. What do you think?
Yes. Shark, Goko, NATO, Snow. Trying to make it into a huge word doesn't work. Like I
It's-
said earlier, I'm really excited to see some Sharknadoes. I'll be happy if they get cycled or hardcast.
Hardcast would be great. How many
And
Sharknadoes
I'm really
are there?
excited to
Two.
see like OG Snapcaster Mage. You know?
Yeah, Snapcaster Mage. Not played much in Legacy anymore, at least relative to how it once was.
And then we got a few fun ofs. Cling to Dust. Dead of Winter. Oh no, it's a 2-of. Dead of Winter's a 2-of. Main deck Surgical.
Main deck Surgical's a weird one, yes. I'm going to let the players know they can start.
All right.
All right, guys, you can start. Good luck. Bring up his list one more time. One of my favorite Legacy cards of all time, Leovold, is in the sideboard.
Oh, yes. Man, Leovold decks were like unbeatable for a bit there.
Yeah, I was one of those annoying people. I'm not going to lie.
Starting off with a Ponder, good old-fashioned cantrip, which I recently learned is a D&D reference. I know I probably should have known that a while ago.
Actually, I just learned that just now. Cantrip is a D&D reference?
So, I guess I could be wrong. Chat, help me out if I'm totally wrong. But my husband just started playing D&D, and I've been girlfriending and watching from the couch, and there are spells called cantrips, and they can just cast them for free.
Okay.
And it all makes sense now.
Interesting. I guess I never really thought about Roland is like, whoa, it is? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I feel like I'm not a reliable resource. Like, we need a better sauce, but there are cantrips in D&D.
Interesting.
Snow-covered. Oh, this is snow-covered swamp with the white border. Now, is this the
Yes.
inner sleeve that he adds, or does he make the effort of defacing his cards? And
think
I
he
say that as an
defaces them.
altarist who professionally defaces cards.
He defaces them. Or makes someone else do it, or both. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Arkham's Astrolabe got dazed.
I like that play.
Mm-hmm.
Ponder.
Ponder. Fancy. Now, this is just a 3-color deck. These are both Teamer, correct?
No, I think Jesse's on 5 colors. Yeah, he's 5
Is
colors.
he? Oh, look at that. We got a Tundra sneaking in there and an Underground Sea. Yeah. So, dazing the Arkham's Astrolabe, I feel like, is even higher.
Yes.
No, Roland, I totally agree. It makes them easier to fetch. I had some white border basics in my Legacy deck for a bit, and it really does.
Did you take the borders off, or were they naturally white bordered?
They were just like random basic fodder, and I was like, oh, white border, I'll grab them.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I don't remember. I think they were 8th edition?
Okay. There's some nice lands in that set.
I think those are white border. I don't remember. They were one of
Yeah,
the
they
ones that
are.
have like the cards and then the number in it.
Yeah, there was only 8th or 9th with that like logo.
So, Jason, I'm not anti Arkham's Astrolabe in Legacy. It does break the color pie, which in general I'm anti, but I feel like Legacy is pushing that all the time. So I think it's okay here. Sylvan
agree.
Library on the stack. That's a nice old one too.
Yes. Looks like Legends. I don't mind Astrolab. But I don't ever really complain about Magic cards, so
Just keep pushing.
yeah. I find
That is a
the,
brainstorm in response. I know he's a little
yeah. Brainstorm's good here.
glary.
Oh, Phil talking about that game 1 against Daniel when he could have made a Marit Lage in response to Ponder. So there wasn't a Wasteland in play?
There wasn't. So that very first Ponder must have been pre-Wasteland, but the second one, I know there was definitely one. Phil, yeah.
Interesting.
We don't know if it would have gotten stifled, or was there no blue mana at that time?
Yeah, I don't remember. That was so long ago. That was 4
Mhm.
hours ago.
Avon 7th edition lands, it might be. Because I think 7th and 8th edition, the little set symbol is really similar, right? No, 7 is like a big 7. I take it back.
Yeah, yeah. 8th and 9th is the one that looks kind of similar.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, if anyone cares, we're right on time for a round 3 for tonight. It's not like we've gone crazy overtime. So this has not been too long of a stream, for what it's worth.
Yeah, Phil, I totally see what you're saying. Going for it would have avoided that Wasteland Stifle nonsense, and you would have had the Kothos. No, Klothos. Hey, but you fought back. It was close.
Those are some good games. The Phil and Daniel matchup is worth watching back. If you fast forward it in the stream for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
In the VOD. I kind of like streaming on YouTube because I don't then have to take my Twitch videos and put them on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Saves me some work.
Yeah, because I have to do that manually.
Yeah. I edit them too.
Sometimes I forget to, and it like cuts the first and last 5 minutes off of each stream. And, oops.
How long have you been streaming?
I started streaming in June,
Oh, okay. So
so it's pretty new.
I was going to ask you if you've been streaming for longer, how things have changed over the last year or so, but that's
No,
okay.
I'm new to it for sure.
Yeah, I'm new as well. Yeah.
But it feels really similar to me, to like just live event management, and my background is in technical theater. So other than things that are, this is generally more glitchy and you have to do more resets, but it feels
Yeah.
a lot like that.
I know what you mean, yeah. It does feel like putting on a show. So I understand that part of it very well. Structurally, you know, a lot of streamers, and this is a style thing that has developed from people doing streaming for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Oko?
Ooh,
Oh,
that is a
Narset.
Narset.
Have not seen Narset yet tonight. I was just gonna say quickly, streamers tend to just say, "Okay, I'm gonna stream. There's no game plan. I'm just gonna play this game." Flip the camera on, the game's on, and they just play, and there's no like production. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that, like the idea of doing that just stresses me out. It's just
Yeah.
like I can't just do whatever. I need to have
So
a
that
plan.
Narset was deemed important enough that Jesse is force pitching force.
Yes. But do you feel the same way, or do you find it easy to just stream, just go on
Oh,
and do
and
your
we're
thing?
force pitching stifle it back.
17.
I
Thanks for following the game, by the way, because I was like talking about random shit.
That was fine. I think I have less anxiety about just doing it live,
Okay,
being a musician, and sometimes you just do it live.
that's true.
It's more tiring than I expected. I thought I could like just stream for 3 hours, no problem, but I'm exhausted
Yeah,
by the time I'm done with my like 2.5 hour stream. But I do the whole thing that they say. I do have a bit of a plan. I try to think of things that I want to talk about. I usually have some sort of goal in terms of what I want to achieve magic-wise, and yeah.
agreed.
So this is the Narset resolved, and looking at the top 4, Lightning Bolt is revealed.
Yep.
Now, Jesse does have 3 mana, so even though his fetch lands are turned off, for now, he can kind of refill a bit.
Okay.
All right.
So Oko is fighting Okos is what we're gonna see here in round 3, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Starting off with the food, up to 6.
Yep. Fetch.
Wait, can you fetch? under an Narset? Am I crazy?
Yeah,
Isn't
you're
that
thinking
static
of Ashiok.
ability? Oh, I'm thinking of Ashiok.
Yeah. This is the one you can't draw extra cards.
Extra cards. Okay.
So like Sylvan Library is turned off.
Okay.
Cantrip.
Yep, definitely
Did
thinking
you know
of
that
Ashiok.
cantrips are a D&D term?
I did.
I learned that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Narset's pretty good. Three, 4.
Yeah, you can fetch. My mistake, Jason. I got Narset and Ashiok flipped in terms of their static abilities.
Yep. Ashiok, I think people are going to come after me like they did. I don't know if you're aware of this, Cathrine, but I went on a rant about shifting Ceratops.
Okay.
Ashiok is underplayed in Legacy. I think that card's good.
Oh, so with the Sylvan Library trigger on the stack, we are going to see an Abrupt Decay on the Narset, which will allow the Sylvan Library to go off, which is great.
That is great.
I think Ashiok is a really excellent card for a lot of reasons. The hybrid mana makes it a great flexible option for a lot of players. And if you need to stall out the game, I think it's a great go-to.
Yeah. It's great at exiling graveyards.
And yeah, I see it brought in against me in like all of the decks I play because I play Blackguard Reanimator and Scape Shift. So that card wrecks me.
This is true.
Here we go with an elk.
Shuts off Green Sun Zenith crap, Natural Order, all that crap. Exiles graveyards.
Yeah.
You can mill targets for your Dread Hordes and Snapcasters and whatnot.
And Uros in
Uros, yep.
Pioneer. I think it sees some play as somewhat helping you out.
Absolutely. What card just got exiled just now? I saw something get thrown off to the side. Or was that a die?
I did not see. I know we had... Oh, okay. So something got elked and then it got bolted.
I see. Gotcha. Oh, he elked the food. Probably is what happened. Okay.
Shuts off crop rotation. Yeah. Maybe people feel like being at 3 mana, that was by the time you get to 3 mana, those types of super powerful things maybe have already happened and you'd rather have other sideboard cards. But I think it is undervalued. I agree. All right, here comes the Oko Mirror. Yep. This is no longer back in the day when you couldn't have 2 legendaries of the same name on the battlefield.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm so glad there's so many rules. I'm like, yes, that is correct. We should never have done that.
Every once in a while, I'll encounter one of these people who's like, yeah, we should make a format where there's mana burn and there's old legend. No, how about no? How about we don't do that?
Yeah, mana burn? No, that's okay. Pass.
No,
I'm good.
Yeah, we can play with the old cards, but the new rules, please. To each his own. Okay. Jason's saying we need to have Pox make an appearance. We have had Pox before. Greg Berlinroot played it, but maybe we're due for another one.
Yeah, my friend has a Pox deck I could probably borrow, but I do not know how to play it. I could probably figure it out, though. It's pretty linear.
Could be. Get your friend to play. You tell your friend.
Yeah. So Jesse's gonna draw an additional card off of the Sylvan Library, so he's gonna take 4. They are talking a bit about life totals, but I believe that Jesse is at 9 now.
Oh, Narset's gone. Right, I forgot. Jesse's at 9? Okay.
Yeah. And that Daniel's still at 17.
Yep.
Ooh, so Jesse somewhat gave away what he has in hand. He just asked if you elk your collateral, is it still a snow creature?
Oh, wow. Actually,
they're coming to you for the question. Any judges in chat? All right, I'm going to get,
what's up, guys?
When you elk a collateral,
is it a snow elk creature, or is it a creature, just a regular creature?
I'm looking it up now.
I know, like it's still legendary, so if it were legendary.
Yeah, let's see.
So I believe
One of
I
the
agree with
layers,
Jason.
weird
Snow is a
stuff,
super type.
It reminds me of the tabernacle, right? There's a couple of weird interactions.
And I tried to yell at the
Cool.
judge that I live with, but he is distracted.
Is he a judge?
He is. He's just not hearing me. One sec.
Okay, I see the creature keeps any super types it has that loses any other card types it has, such as artifacts. So snow is a super type. Oh crap! I muted the players. Hang on. Did you guys answer me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's a snow elk.
He's no elk.
Yeah, it looks like it's a snow elk according to
Okay.
what I'm reading now.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good.
All right, they're moving on. The decision has been made. It is a snow elk. I think we lost Cathrine. Oh no, she's still here.
Catherine's still here. She's
okay.
just definitely talking with the judge that she lives with.
Okay.
Hi.
No, we've already got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's a super type.
Cool.
Can I see Oko though?
Yeah, sure. All right.
Give me just a second here, guys.
What's up?
What?
I think they're saying hi to you, but I'm not sure.
Yes, I am
Oh,
saying
well.
hi.
Oh, they are saying hi.
All right.
I can't.
Astrolab.
It's
My finger guns and out. Oh, hi, Ren.
oh goodness.
Yeah, it shouldn't go away.
Okay.
All right. What do you say?
We got Prismatic Vista. Oh yeah, Landon totally agrees.
Okay.
We're good. Thanks, chat.
Thanks. We literally called judge and someone came running.
Yeah. Well, I did have to call twice. To be fair, he had his headphones on, and he's in a different part of the house. Does Daniel's list have any outs to resolved Shark Typhoon? Let me think about that.
What's up, Raced? I recognize your username from Twitch. Does Daniel's list have any outs to resolve Shark Typhoon?
No.
Stifle on what now?
We are stifling the Astrolabe, I think? I'm really not sure. I got a little distracted trying to solve the Shark Typhoon puzzle.
I'm going to ask them. Hey, what was Stifle targeting?
The
Oko
Oko.
activation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you trying to do with it?
Make my astrolabe an elk.
Oh, okay. Thanks,
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Got it. Okay. I wasn't sure if he was trying to. Oh well, the other guy's Daniel's thing is already an elk. I see. All right.
So I would say the only sort of out to a resolved Shark Typhoon is a Dead of Winter.
Yeah, sort of.
It's sort of.
That's not that great.
No. They're not
other
snow sharks, are they?
No more snow questions.
You said you liked Ice Age.
No, I do. I love Ice Age.
All right, so it does look like that Abrupt Decay targeted Oko, and it resolved.
Okay. Oko down. One Oko down.
Mm-hmm.
This deck is funny. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 basics in play.
Oof, another Oko.
No Brazen
Yeah.
Borrowers in the main.
I mean, that shows you the power of the Snowlands and Arkham's Astrolabe. And one could argue that's exactly why it shouldn't exist. You should not have this many basics and be able to cast 5 color spells. Maybe.
Okay, shared the list in the chat. Here's an elk.
Daniel is heading to combat, and he's going for Oko.
You know what I think about Arkham's Astrolabe that makes me kind of mentally accept it is that I know the card is recent, but if it was here the entire time, like that card was in Ice Age, I don't think anybody would give a damn.
I totally agree. Yeah.
If it was just here the whole time, nobody would be even talking about it.
Absolutely.
That's how I kind of look at it.
And I feel
And
like I have to address that I'm saying Arkham's Astrolabe and you're saying Arkham's Astrolabe. How do you feel about that?
I actually have no idea which one is correct, and I think every time I say it, I pronounce it differently.
Okay.
So there's that. I wasn't trying to correct you at all.
No, not at all. I get it. So on Jesse's battlefield, he is reflecting Daniel's life total as 9.
Oh, is it?
Or backwards, sorry. He has 17 and 9 for the players.
Okay. Maybe we...
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I see it now. Okay, corrected that.
Prophetic Prism was here, but it is significantly, it's more mana, right? Am I crazy?
It is, and it's much newer, isn't it? Am I thinking of the right card?
I think Prophetic Prism costs 2 to come down.
Yeah.
I'm just double checking. Yes, it does. So it's super close, right? It's 2 to come down, draw a card, and then the same filter.
Yeah. But it's the same idea, though, like flavor-wise or whatever you want to call it. It converts mana to every color.
For sure.
Nobody cares.
Basic Plains.
I think people play that card in Commander. I'm not sure.
It is in Pauper.
Oh, it's
so
in Pauper.
Swords the Elk.
All right. Daniel goes to 20. All right. Daniel's turn.
But I think I'm excited to get back into Pioneer with the band shakeup 2 Mondays ago, last Monday. I cannot remember anymore.
Oh, yeah. What got banned again? Remind me.
The 3 top combo decks. So Underworld
right.
Breach. The part of the Inverter of Truth combo. Did Inverter itself get banned? I can't remember.
I think it was
And-
Inverter.
And then Walking Ballista. I actually don't think Walking Ballista should have been countered. It's not countered, banned.
They banned
because
Walking Ballista?
yeah, it was used as a top end in like
surprised.
hardened scales and stuff like that. And I think if they wanted to get the Heliod's combo deck, they should have just gone for Heliod.
Okay.
But it looks like we are getting a, I don't know what you want to call it, cycled Uro. So we got the draw a card and gain 3 on the stack,
Yep.
and that's resolving. Jason, yeah, I've been trying to get people to play Pauper in real life for about 3 years now in Chicago. Hasn't worked yet. It's a great format. I love highly interactive experiences. Mid-range is really fun for me to play, and I think Pauper is rife with that. I can't get people to play in real life.
Well, I've been trying to get a Pauper stream, and if and when I pull it off, you're definitely welcome to be involved.
Yeah. And my husband has slivers. It's currently Selesnya, but I think he was considering splashing for the Boros sliver. It's hard to go 3 colors in Pauper, though.
Oh, yeah, you need Prophetic Prism, I guess. Okay, Surgical being cast here on Uro, I'm assuming.
The hand reveals Wasteland.
You won half an underground sea at a paper popper event. How do you win half an underground sea? Like store credit or something?
I get that.
What did they do with the other half of the underground sea?
Do we have to rip it to make sure it was real?
Yeah, right?
And I think it looks like Daniel stole an astrolabe
Okay.
and that the elk is actually Jesse's astrolabe.
I see. So,
Right. So I understand the pioneer argument that ballista is just a problem because it's a colorless infinite mana win condition, and they probably just don't want that to exist.
are the players trying to reach me right now? Wait a minute.
The players are deciding whether or not Daniel could swing with the Arkham's astrolabe that he created from his Oko.
All right, let's check in with the players.
If that's correct.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Chris.
So
So
if you
he
swap
swapped.
control of stuff, it gains summoning sickness.
Oh fuck! So sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry
Yeah.
for the cursing. Sorry. Really
No, it's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so like, what just happened? You gained control of the Astrolab, and
Mhm.
now Jesse has the elk.
No. He had
No.
elk astrolabe. I just swap it.
Okay. Yeah, so it's summoning sick
okay.
now.
Okay. I'm gonna stop with okay. Was a
Okay.
misplay. Okay.
Jason, that's great that you've got a good relationship with a store who can give you good deals.
Oh.
All
want a
right,
good
we
deal.
we are starting Jesse's turn, and he's got his Sylvan Library.
All right.
Just keeping one.
I see what happened there. Daniel thought he could swap and swing at Oko, not realizing it was summoning sick. That gets forgotten a lot.
Oh, it's confusing for sure, because does it
Um,
technically enter your battlefield or not when it's
Yeah.
exchange control?
Yeah, the best way to remember it is like those like crappy red cards in limited that steal your opponent's creature. They always say it gains haste until end of turn.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I think that food is headed at Oko. Food elk, I should say.
Yeah. So now the Astrolab's in the yard. Okay. Neat little camera trick there by Jesse. Fetch. Go
And
to 8.
then somehow they have him at 7.
Oh,
Where was
I
that
pro- I
other
probably
point of
missed-
damage?
I probably
Maybe
missed.
we didn't. Maybe we gained the wrong amount of life off of the swords. Oh no, wrong player. I don't know where it was.
Yeah, I don't know. And Daniel's actually at 23.
Yes.
Corrected that. All right. Oko at 1 for Daniel. Oh, 3 now. Making a food. Jesse's just sorting his lands. It's not his turn. Still in game 1 here.
Are we really?
Yep.
Are
still
we
in
gonna
game
have to
1.
institute a time? Does anyone know what time we started this game?
I know roughly. We're quite a ways in right now. We'll see how this goes. It's been another good game though in my
Oh,
view.
for sure. Who would you say is ahead right now? Where would you put that advantage bar?
I would put it towards Jesse just because he has way more top end stuff. Like if
Okay.
we see Shark Typhoon come down here and resolve, this game is over, I think. And his Oko is in a better position, and he has Sylvan Library, and now he has Uro. And he surgicaled Daniel's Uros, so he doesn't even have that option anymore.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that fancy Uro.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, it was a little after 10.
I'm
we
sure you
started.
can get the Do we have the escape cost yet on that Uro? Not quite. We need another green.
He has 2 green.
Oh?
Yeah, he has 1 tap right now and 1 untap under the
Oh,
mountain.
yeah. I guess I was saying if you could, like, live the dream and go for it right away.
Oh, right now. Yeah, he doesn't have it now. I'm just going to share, in case anyone missed it, the shark deck in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll also share
Advantage bars with Oko. The Oko on 7.
the Ogo on 7 sounds right. Thanks everybody who's joined us on YouTube tonight. It's been a lot of fun so far. We, as almost all of you know, always stream on Twitch, and we're trying YouTube tonight, and it seems to be going well. So thank you. It's pretty much the same on my end, I guess.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit the like button. Important on YouTube. Hit the like button
Yeah.
and subscribe.
Ba-bam. Owen subscribed. Got it.
Nice. All right.
All right.
with the
So Daniel is now sending it straight at Jesse.
Okay. Putting Jesse at 7. 2 cards in hand for Daniel.
Yep. I feel like if I'm Jesse, I'm really excited to try the the Uro. He's dirtling a little bit. He is considering drawing 2. I can hear it. Oh no, he's drawing 1.
Yeah, that's risky at 7. This is still game 1. He still has bolts.
Yeah. It's true.
He does have a food to sack, but still.
Mm-hmm. My little one.
Do you have any hopes for... We're totally off topic for this game, but I'm just wondering. Do you have any hopes for Zendikar Rising?
Well, they promised us fetch reprints.
Okay.
And I'm very disappointed to say I feel like they're probably going to be the box toppers. Which is
I mean, that
not
would make
really
sense.
what we asked for.
Yeah. They can't put them in the standard set, though. That would just be bad.
Yeah, but they were there at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, Zendikar is a great plane. So I'm excited to revisit. And I need to mute myself for a hot second because my cat is going to absolutely kill me and I have to open his treat box.
Do it. All right. Earl resolved here after the escape.
All right, we made it.
Oh, that was quick.
What about you? What are you thinking about for Zendikar Rising? What type of Zendikar things do you think could be in the Eternal formats?
I think as Mark Rosewater mentioned, they're putting together they're putting out a new cycle of dual lands that hasn't been done before.
Yes. I don't know what those could be.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what those are. Hopefully Eternal playable. Who knows?
Yeah, I would totally bring my cat into frame, but he is in a mood. And he has talons.
Ooh.
Hi, buddy. Maybe I can get him up here. I don't know. But that last swing was at the Oko, bringing it down to 1. Come here, Benny.
Also, just some
He's
powerful
on to me.
lands in general.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out what type of land it could be, because he seems to imply that it would be slightly better than Shocks, right? Is that what the
I think
article said?
That was implied, yeah.
And I really struggled to be like, well, isn't it just then pay 1 life or comes into play tapped? You know, like what else do we have?
There's ways to do it.
Do we have to discard a card?
There's
Is
also
that better?
This is like one of those things that someone posts on Facebook, and I don't know if anybody's supposed to know this or whatever, but they also talked about someone spoiled at some point that they might try lands that are double-sided with regular cards that you can play
Whoa.
either side from your hand. So it's either a land or a
Ooh.
regular card, and that could be
I
game
do
changer.
love me flip cards. I mean, it's not quite a flip card, but
Yeah.
that would be really interesting.
So you have cards
I
in your hand that
totally-
are. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just totally get it in chat that you're like, I would be totally cool if nothing happens to Legacy for a bit, and I get that
Yeah.
impulse for sure. I think maybe 3 years ago we were happy if a set came out and we had maybe 2 cards for Modern, maybe 1 card for Legacy, and these days it feels like we're getting like half a dozen.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like it's crazy how much these people manage when putting together these sets from a creative standpoint. Like for a long time people were saying, please give us more cards for Legacy.
Yeah.
You
I was
don't
in
ever
that group.
you don't ever put cards for Legacy in standard sets. You forget about us constantly.
Yeah.
We hate you. And now
I was
they're
totally
like,
saying that.
they're like, all right, give them all the Legacy cards that they could ever and we're like, not like that. You're giving me too many
Yeah.
Legacy cards, you know.
Right.
Like
yeah.
they can't ever please some Magic players, I feel. All right, swinging for 6. What are they attacking? All right, Oko down. All right, that's what I was wondering.
If you want more treats, buddy, you're going to have to come up and be in frame. Oko at 11, making a food.
Yep. I think Jesse's got this.
So he didn't go for... I feel like that Uro escape is totally just looming.
The Earl's in play, but it's an elk.
Oh, it is. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
No, it's okay. It was an elk, so you forgot.
The value off of Sylvan Library is crazy.
By the way, did you see those, since you like art, did you see those ooze promos?
Are these the Amonkhet remastered? What are these for?
No, they were, damn it. Oh, Secret Lair ooze cards. came
Oh,
out
I did miss
yesterday.
this. I have very conflicting feelings about Secret Lair, and I feel like chat would understand, right? We're legacy players. We like our pimped decks and all of that. We've ordered 2 Secret Lairs. We got the Bitter Blossom one, and then we also got the Stargazing one.
What's
Man,
stargazing?
the feel bads on that one have just been left salty. I don't know if I'm ever going to order a Secret Lair again. I
Oh,
ordered that
no.
in February, and I don't think we received it until July. I don't remember exactly, but it was late enough that I was
Yeah.
like, forget this.
Production's backed up. I get it.
I
Nobody
know.
can even go to
Okay.
work.
I know. I get that, but they also made and shipped other Secret Lairs in that time before they shipped Stargazer
Yeah. Everything's messed up.
or Stargazing. So I'm currently in the queue for the Secret Lair. Let's see. It's my turn. I do play Jundin Modern, so obviously I love Skoos.
I mean, they had Jumpstart come out, Double Masters come out. They can't even stock those in in regular stores yet.
I know. Now, they did say, to their credit, that Jumpstart is going to be something they will continue to print, and I really hope that's true.
The Jumpstart on Arena was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's over now, right?
I
I have no idea. I think it is.
think so. Okay, so it's called Prime Slime. We've got, I do love these bold color choices. Acidic Slime,
All right, Justin takes game 1. by the way.
Mimeoplasm, Neurotic Ooze, Skoos, and Void Slime for $30. But they are not foil, folks. They are not foil.
Would you prefer they were foil?
I would.
Interesting. See, that's one of those things that can't please everybody. Like,
I know.
it's like you make them foil. People that don't like foils, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I love this art. Reminds me of like The Simpsons and
Yeah.
Futurama,
It's nice, right?
and that's a nice little nostalgia factor for me. And I love exploring these different art styles. So Like I want to be there, right? So badly, but I had such a terrible experience with the stargazing. Like we also had bad customer service and they weren't responding and they weren't keeping us up to date. Like, and I think they didn't even give us like an I'm sorry thing. Really.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Adventure Time. Yeah, for sure. It reminds me of that artwork.
You know what it is?
I might buy it on the secondary
You
market.
guys bought up all the secret layers, and it's like the toilet paper. They just had to sell out of toilet paper, and now they had to make more toilet paper for you.
Yeah.
It's the toilet paper all over again.
Yeah, the Mimeoplasm. Like I think they picked good cards. They're pretty much all winners. Maybe like Void Slime is ish, but I think it gets EDH play.
I feel like those are all commander cards other than Ooze, right? There's no other cards that are
Yeah,
relevant.
Neurotic Ooze. Yeah, that's an EDH card.
I've
I
never
want
even
them to
seen
keep
that card.
going, I guess. I haven't forgiven them yet.
It's a goodie bag. You buy yourself a goodie bag, and when the
think
sun
the
is
price
shining
point
and
is
everything
great.
is great, I'm sure they'll
Right.
get to your door fast. I ordered the snow-covered lands
Oh, you did?
secret lair. That was like one of the first ever secret lairs.
Mhm,
I think that's the only one I've ever bought. But I got it like in a week, you know.
Right.
And that was when everything was fine and dandy in the world. So, yeah.
And
it
I
is what it
also
is.
didn't love the fetch secret layers.
There was fetch food? Oh, that thing. Yeah, whatever.
You know, can't win them all, like you said.
Yeah. And they got to make money. Like, I get it. They got to make
I
money.
get it. And
If they made gold, what do you call it? Gold-plated lotuses for sale for $10,000 on the site, I'd be like, yeah, make your money. Go for it. I don't expect to own one, you know?
Yeah. I'm fine. No, I'm absolutely on board with premium products at a premium price point. For sure.
Yep. But then, you know, there's like people who say stuff like, all right, they made a gold-plated Black Lotus for $10,000 on the site. Why is it not in Ikoria booster packs? That's not fair. It's like, come on,
Right.
man.
Right. Yeah.
Come on. Why would they put that in a pack?
Yeah, I kind of fight liking foils because I'm an alterist and it's harder to alter foils, but
True.
I do really like foils.
There is the Jace Sliver. What's that mean?
I don't know.
Oh, Jace Silver. Jace Silver. I read it totally wrong.
I read it as sliver too.
Yeah. That's how you know you're a Magic player, right? You see the
Right.
word silver and it registers as sliver. Oh, somebody's messaging me. Oh, it's nobody. Anyway. I'm gonna let the players know that they should speed up.
Jason, can you clarify? Because I totally love talking about LGSs, but I've read your sentence a couple times and I'm just not getting there.
Oh, he's talking about how the ultimate secret lair fetch land thing didn't go to local stores. And
Yeah.
then the other secret lairs don't go to local stores. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's the direct
Yeah.
consumer conundrum.
yep. But if yeah, go ahead.
No, I've just always wondered how LGSs make money.
Yeah,
I just-
there's different things.
Is it singles?
I'm sure a lot of them make a killing on singles, but I'm sure there's all different business plans for it too. Like I've been to local
That's
game
true.
stores that sold coffee and weird stuff like
Mhm.
that have nothing to do with games. But what I was gonna say was the online shopping thing is real.
Thanks, Jason.
And if you
Yeah.
make secret lairs that are like, you know, limited to roughly 10 per store, how do you really like send a product to a store that they can only sell 10 of and they have to have a raffle or I don't know. It's just like it's a weird
Right.
product.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm sure at some point they'll try to put like secret lairs in packs or something.
Best
And then-
I am not familiar with is Jace on a silver coin, but you know, medallions were totally a thing for a bit.
Yeah. They also do like those packs that are FNM packs or whatever that have promos in them exclusive to that.
Yes.
You know, so they give the stores free stuff that are kind of like secret lairs.
I actually really love those F&M packs. They were a lot of fun to open,
Yeah.
and it felt like they gave the stores free reign on how they distributed them.
Yeah.
Events are the most important. That made sense to me. I felt like at least my LGS was really into draft and sealed, and it felt like that was like I kind of did the math. I was like, oh, that's good for them, you know,
Yeah.
because I want them to succeed, you know.
Of course. Yeah.
But then our LGS closed, and we've
For
been
good?
kind of, yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
They just sold the store. They were done, burnt out, sort of. And we've been kind of floundering, and then COVID hit. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to run any business, especially right now.
oh, for sure.
You know?
Does Preordain have that many other arts?
It has one other art that I know of, and it's that Mirrodin looking art. If there's another one, I don't remember.
Looking it up on Gatherer.
Fetch to start the game for Jesse.
Preordain's a pretty new card.
Yeah. Well, it's like 2010 or something, right?
Yeah, it was in
2011.
M11.
Yeah, it's 2010.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's 10 years old. But yeah.
I guess so. So there's a dual decks version that has a slightly different art. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure there are LGS owners that do it as a hobby.
Yep. We had that. There was one also that also doubled as a Warhammer store. And they had a really great large space. They had a lot of Warhammer tables, and they also had Magic. And unfortunately, they weren't able to sustain it because they were in the red too much. So they had to close down also. That said, there are plenty of LGSs doing well in my area. Chicago's, huge.
Yeah. Are you? You don't have to say where you live, but I'm just saying, are you central in the city or are you in the suburbs?
I'm in just greater Chicagoland.
Okay.
I'm not in the city. I did the city living.
No, because I was gonna say that it seems easier in a way to have a local shop in a small town where you can just kind of like have it as a hobby, right? Would you?
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah, for sure.
Like in a city with like the high rents, and in like the heart of the city with high rents and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that, maybe it's probably so much different, even just as a business plan.
I will say about half a dozen shops that I know in Chicago do seem to do really well and being really full. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, same for here in New York. I'm just saying it's like almost like a different. Like you can't do the I'm gonna have a store as a hobby thing in Manhattan, New York City.
No.
Like
No.
you better
Overhead's
like,
too much.
Yeah, exactly. But like in a small town, you get like a reasonably sized location in the middle of nowhere, relative to the city.
So we'll see how this game matches up differently because Jesse was able to resolve his astrolabe early, and he's leading off with a surgical. And the two targets are Preordain and Ponder. So he's really looking to take control of this game early.
Yep.
Yeah, Hot Sauce has a really strong online presence as well. So they're one of the Chicagoland shops. The hand is Return to Nature, maybe Dreadhorde Arcanist, question mark, Surgical, Oko, and Misty Rainforest. That question mark looks like a red card.
Yeah, is that Power Blast? Is that what that is? Can't tell.
We can see that Submerge came in.
Yep. Submerge.
There's a Red Blast. Sylvan Library came in. The Bolts stayed in for this matchup. Clothis came in. Sounds great. And that Surgical was on Ponder.
Gotcha. All right, so Ponders are coming out.
So Jesse's asking a lot of questions right now. I think he really wanted to get knowledge of the sideboarding and the cards in hand to really determine what he's going to be doing for the rest of the game. This is why he went for the early Surgical.
Makes sense.
Submerge for the shark is a flavor fail. That is so true, but it will work.
If it happens, we'll make it not happen. We'll change it.
Yeah.
We'll just tell him he can't do that.
Yep, our local game store right now, I would say, is actually in Oak Park, and it is Grandmaster Games. It's formerly a Gaming Goat, and we've been a fan.
Cool. Do you do the board game thing too, or no?
No.
I'm just
I
asking.
mean, I do. We do play board games, and I really enjoyed the Legacy games. We played Legacy Pandemic. People keep trying to get us into Gloomhaven.
That
yeah.
one seems like a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So Surgical is done. What else? Dreadhorde. Okay. Pandemic. was
Yeah,
fun till
Pandemic
2020.
became a little too real.
Yeah.
And then when I realized I knew where the head of the CDC was because of the board game, I was like,
Yeah. Seriously.
That Dreadhorde Arcanist is going to be very quickly plowed, filtering through Arkham's Astrolabe. I don't know if that's the right term to say filtering with Arkham's Astrolabe, but
Works for me. I don't know what else term there is.
because I know there are the filter lands, you know,
Yeah. I think.
and
I
that's
think
going
you
to be
nailed it.
land go.
Roland already found
I
Gothmog.
know.
But he has to duel someone to get it. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We should have playing for Ante on stream.
What?
Does everybody has to give up cards in their collection and mail them to each other?
Too stressful. I don't think I would play Magic at all if that was a thing. Still. Or I would only play like penny formats.
Yeah, really. And then there's no point because you don't even want the other person's cards.
Right. Yeah. I know. I only buy singles.
Yeah, Roland Chang never messes around.
Yeah.
You want magic cards? Roland Chang has the magic cards.
That is good to hear. All right. Passing it back to Daniel.
Yep. We're in draw go mode. Let's see. Are we going to see sharks finally or what?
I know. I'm here
I'm
for
here
sharks.
for sharks. Yeah, where are the it's supposed to be Shark Week right now. Where are the sharks?
Yeah. Nathaniel. I can see why people like that. But not me.
Like what?
The sealed format. Where every time you defeat someone, you get their pool.
Oh,
Looks
yuck.
like we're EOT trying to Prismatic Vista and then oof, stifled.
Too much variance in sealed. Let's see.
Jesse's having a think. All
Yep.
right. So if he's not going for a cantrip, which we got to assume that's what he was going for, is he holding some sort of flash?
Maybe making a shark finally?
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I'm reading sharks.
Would be nice. I bought tickets for Sharks.
All right. Thinking about it. All right, just going for a draw on an astrolabe.
Yeah, that's true. Might be fun with a cube.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So you can use those cards. Nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you could use them, yeah, that seems kind of cool then. I still want my rares back when it ends.
Yeah, I played in that Nerd Rage event. I scrubbed out super hard. Was not my day. But Daryl Ayers playing the Stifleus version, he definitely has been working on that deck for a while. And it's interesting that do you think the power comes from the Stifle?
It's looked decent tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Anti and cube seems fun, yeah.
Or scary.
You know what else seems fun in cube? Conspiracies.
Yeah. I've also seen some cubes include uncards.
Like the reasonable ones?
Yeah, like the reasonable ones.
That makes sense. I like that.
But I know Gabby Spartz's cube has one uncard, and it's the Crack-a-Pack card.
Yeah, the booster tutor or whatever.
Yeah. And they have like a whole bunch of booster packs in her cube with it. That's
seems cool.
cute. Here's the surgical back, which we knew about in hand, and it's going to be on Swords to Plowshare.
Okay.
That is on the stack, and Jesse's having to think about it. Yeah, booster tutor. That is exactly what it is.
What are some other wacky stuff you could do in a cube?
Well, there's the sub game, right? Where you
the
like literally go
Charizard
under the
thing?
table and you have
Oh,
a sub game.
yeah. I don't like that one. That's the kind of one where I'm just like, yeah, we're
Nah.
not doing that.
But I'm not very familiar with the unsets. I've actually never drafted them, or other than getting their basics, I'm really not familiar with them.
Okay, so I did a couple of drafts of Unstable, the most recent one that was not a sealed product.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a like booster pack that you can draft. That was a lot of fun with the contraptions
Okay.
and all that.
Oh yeah, I did
I had
see
a
all
lot
the
of fun with
spoilers.
that. That was like one of the best Magic draft sets I've done in maybe 10 years. It was really, really good.
So in response to the surgical, we've got Snapcaster Mage on the stack. I believe it is targeting surgical.
Is it? Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But he's having a bit of a think. Because you don't have to name until it enters. And it was on the stack for a bit.
Yep.
Chipper chopper.
The contraptions
Oh, he
were a lot of
decided
fun.
to target swords.
Okay.
The two half creatures, yeah. I wanted to put the half cat in my Ren and Siri EDH deck. That one I do know.
Oh yeah. Another surgical resolving here.
So we've got Uro, Force Negation, Brainstorm, and Abrupt Decay revealed. Brought in the Lantern, Pyroblast, Carpet of Flowers, Leovold, and then here's the surgical on the swords.
Cool.
Yes, I did hear that, Nathaniel, that the contraptions didn't quite come together enough to beat the beatdown decks. Yeah, Jason, I would agree. It feels like there's a little more of an opportunity there somewhere with the Stifle. But it's not super clear on our end.
I mean, if he slams a Dreadhorde after this, maybe the Stifle looks good. I don't know.
Mhm. So, why do you think he snapcastered in response swords?
So he
To the
knew
surgical.
surgical was targeting swords.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
All right. Back to Jesse.
I'm gonna just let players know that's a time. I'm gonna call some time here and just make them
Okay.
speed up.
I'll go to tax.
How many cards?
5.
Oh, it was an attempt to save them. Got it.
All right, I'm gonna let them resolve this attack first. All right. Hey guys.
Hey.
Just gonna call a soft time in the round here.
Yeah,
just
sure.
playing like chess clock mode, fast,
Okay,
fast pace.
cool.
All right.
Yeah, no worries.
Put the little pressure on.
Yeah, speed things up.
Arrow on the stack. And it's going to resolve. Gaining 3, bringing him up to 21, I believe.
19
No,
actually.
19.
You just took,
Wrong side.
Just took damage, yeah.
Yeah, Earl's been a beast on both sides.
Yep.
Or not both sides? Yes, both sides.
Well, Daniels are surgical for this game, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Uro's been good for both players. Well, I guess I'm counting last round for Daniel, but still.
Yeah.
Oko.
Oko on the stack. And that's going to resolve making a food.
All right. Food it is.
It's going to be Abrupt Decay. Maybe playing around. I don't know. I feel like it might have been safer to Abrupt Decay on Daniel's turn because then you could play around Force of Negation.
Oh, Abrupt Decay. Yeah, you can't counter Abrupt Decay.
Oh, never mind. Yep.
Yeah.
And just jam.
It's okay. It's been a long game.
All right. Down to 14 with the Snapcaster swing. End of turn Brainstorm.
Oh, I have life totals all wrong. Okay, so Daniel's at 14.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just that last
Jesse's at
Snapcaster.
19.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason. I think I am more used to seeing Assassin's Trophy.
All right, another swing.
Coming in again with a snap. Down to 12.
Yep.
Second main, do we got an Oko coming down? Oh, Leovold.
Leovold's pretty good. One of my favorite cards.
Mm-hmm. Who I always think is a human, but I believe he's not. He's a elf shaman?
He's an elf advisor, I believe.
Advisor.
Yeah.
Because when Legacy Humans came on the scene, I was like, oh, Leovold. And then I realized, no, he's not
No.
actually. Got a Brainstorm in response with Leovold on the stack.
Seems correct. Don't want to do it afterwards.
And then we're going to get that Pyroblasted, and it's going to be Force of Negation back.
Pretty good.
Hardcast. So we've got a Leovold.
Yep. Leovold
So that's
is
definitely
great.
going to speed up the clock.
He wants to make a deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that show where you had to make a deal? I don't know. There's some show.
Let's make a deal?
Is that what
Yeah.
it was called?
Yeah,
With
but I
that
never watched it.
guy? Yeah, I never watched it either, clearly. Bolt on
Leovold
Leovold.
is getting bolted. Trigger on the stack.
Draws a card and Leovold. What happened here?
Still on the stack with the bolt. Brainstorming in response.
Okay. Deal or no deal? That's the
Deal
one I
or
was
no
thinking
deal
of.
with Howie
Menzel?
and something very close to that. Who was also on America's Got Talent. We got
I haven't watched
there.
that either.
There was a phase. It was on in the summers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, that Leovold is gone, unfortunately. Back over to Daniel, and he's going to go for the
Sylvan
library.
Library. Okay.
Briefcases of money. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Briefcases of money. You had to like pick somebody who had money or keep your money or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you didn't know how much money you had, but you knew what you could have for some reason.
Swinging in for 2, down to 9.
Sounds like a very exciting show.
Yeah. I did actually watch Deal or No Deal. I don't know
know
why.
if I've ever watched it. It was probably fun. It looked fun.
Here we go. Shark Typhoon has finally made an appearance. He is
Finally.
hard casting it. Is on the stack, and I believe it has resolved.
Is there a shark emoji? There is.
Oh, return to nature.
Oh, are you kidding me? This is such a
So
rip-off.
Leovold and Shark Typhoon, very brief appearances. Sylvan Library trigger on the stack. Going for it.
Yep. Hardcasting Sharknado is flexing for sure. Clothis.
There we go.
Wow. Is it even possible that Daniel could win this game?
I
After how
know.
things have gone?
And the players are confirming that Clothis does not trigger on the first time you play it.
Yes.
And I believe that is true.
Yes. Are they in need of help?
They are probably looking for some clarification.
What's up, guys? You wondering about Clothis?
Yeah. Does
You
it?
get it?
I don't believe so. Let me look one more time at the card so I don't look like an idiot and people harass me on YouTube. Hold on.
I think feels no.
No, at the beginning of your pre-comment main phase. So that moment has already passed. So
Okay,
next
cool.
turn is when it'll happen. Yep.
Okay, so I'll pass.
Okay.
I should be a judge. I should be the
Yeah, it's
biggest,
completely
biggest
different
judge.
now, though.
What do you mean?
So, yeah, Landon's not going to continue being a judge because I believe they have moved judging over to like an academy of some sort, and I'm not really
Oh,
familiar
right, I
with
heard
how
about
this
that.
works. And it's more expensive to be a judge, / it costs money to be a judge. So,
Gotcha.
yeah. I think it's honestly so that they can do a little bit more with background checks and just a little more quality control, which is probably correct.
Yeah.
But they have outsourced it to another company that like did this before. If anyone in chat knows, but I do not know more.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully, in the end, it's for the best, despite whoever is no longer a judge. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was always, at least from my point of view, I never was a judge, never even tried to be, but it seemed like just whoever was a judge, and it was a little weird.
It was
agree?
previously a bit of like an apprenticeship. You had to find, I believe, if you wanted to become a L1 judge, you had to find an L2 to somewhat apprentice you.
Okay.
And like Jason said, it's now like a certificate that you have to pay for. And I'm not familiar with the lawsuit that may or may not be pending, but the Judge Academy, yeah, was a workaround. I think we all I would have wished Magic judges would have been more like Pokemon judges and just been organized by Hasbro and WotC, but that is not the direction they decided to go. They decided to outsource it.
Gotcha. I guess what I meant was I've gone to like some local, to some game stores rather, and I'm playing, and it's like, oh, call a judge, okay, and like some 13-year-old
Yeah.
kid comes over. I'm like,
Oh,
what is
no.
going on here? I don't know.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like it should be happening.
It's just up to that judge whether or not they want to take on an apprentice, and maybe they're not really ready yet, is maybe the
Yeah.
idea.
Maybe, I don't know, but some odd
Swinging
moments with
for
judges.
7,
All right,
so
swinging
this
for 7.
is lethal. Flashing in the Ice Fang.
Yep.
On the stack. Going down to 18 to fetch.
I'm at 16. Whatever. It's 18. Fine.
And then Pyroblast the Ice Fang Collateral on the stack.
All right. Looking like lethal. Submerge.
Submerge, probably targeting the elk?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And then he'll be at 3.
Yeah, I have him at 3. Okay.
Yeah, there was some concern about compensation because generally judges were compensated in product.
Oh, there's Shark Typhoon.
And then here comes the Sharknado. Excellent.
Sorry, what were you saying? They were paid in product?
Generally speaking, they were paid in product. It was really up to the tournament manager to decide how to compensate judges.
Gotcha.
And it may still be. I don't know.
I have no idea. I have no clue.
All right. It looks like
All right.
Daniel was able to...
Daniel died,
No.
no?
Yes.
All right, let's tune into the players. There you go. There you have it, everyone. The finals.
Finally.
Before
The
midnight.
champion has been crowned. Jesse, there's confetti falling from the sky on you right now. This is the most exciting moment of your life. How do you feel?
Amazing. I played Shark Typhoon. That's all I can say. I played Shark Typhoon twice. One got killed. But
Dude, we
it's
didn't
fine.
even get one shark token tonight. What is the deal?
I tried. I guess I should. The first one, I was like, well, I want to play it, but I guess I should have. I mean, realistically, I should have cycled. But
So we had Jesse on last night's stream. He played Shark Typhoon. Not a single shark token. We had another player lined up for tonight. I kicked him off the stream to bring back Jesse, and he still didn't get a shark token.
No sharks.
That didn't really happen. I just made that up. Good games, guys. Daniel, you played some long games, but there were some good, interesting games. I hope you agree.
Yeah, I agree. They're both are really nice. They made me fought really hard all 4 games.
Sorry, was this your first time playing that list?
Yes, it is.
What do you think of it now that you played with it?
I mean, it's really good. It's really good.
Nice.
Maybe I should change a thing or two, but I mean, I still have to play more to think about it.
Where'd you get the inspiration?
This list?
Yeah.
Podcasts. I heard a podcast, went to the Twitter. It's like the Jeff White's list, right? The Pokemoki list. Yeah, it's his list.
Yeah, people were talking about that in chat. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, really
and
good.
Jesse, you owe us some sharks.
I'm gonna keep playing this until I get some sharks out there.
Fair enough. Tomorrow night, we're playing our Wednesday night Legacy Championship bracket on Twitch, 90SMTG on Twitch. Make sure you're there for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I want to thank all the players who played tonight. Let's see. It's been such a long night. Phil Nguyen, who played round 1? Oh, you
did.
played. You're still here. Yeah. Okay. Cathrine, thank you. Daniel, thank you. And Jesse, thank you. Thank you, everybody who tuned in on YouTube. I hope you had fun on YouTube. Maybe we'll do this again. We'll see. I'll have to check the analytics later. No raids because we're on YouTube. So we're going to call it a night right here. Thanks, everybody. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for having me. Have a good week.